And now for a taste of things to come.
I am Mr. Reliable, Walter Cruz. Welcome to Simply Reliable Studios presents our watch along of NXT's Deadline live from Shawn Michaels' hometown, San Antonio, Texas, or Texas, as most people pronounce it, but that's the real way you should be saying it. Hi, Charles. What's up? I'm Mr. Reliable, Walter, soon to be joined by the simple man with the spectacular voice, Noah Foster. As we know, he comes in about 10 minutes before the pay-per-view actually starts. I mean, the card, the lineup is only 4 matches, so it was kind of hard to BS for a half hour, so I decided to start it a little bit late. Well, we're going to go in and talk about the matches. And Peacock, we know how streaming is. Fuck streaming. You know how Noah says they're gonna do how many commercials through each thing and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So rather than do that, we could do it when it's there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. If I can add it, freaking stupid thing. The first matchup right there. I'm going to talk about Eels, Mr. Iguana, and Ethan Page for the North American Championship. And people are saying this match came out of nowhere because he stole a car. But guess what? If you know your geography, you know Mexico is part of North America. So why not give somebody from Mexico a shot at the North American title? Plus, wouldn't that title look cool? Green and the Mexican flag colors, things like that, and green like Mr. Iguana's face. So that's how we got here. Yeah, he stole a rental car from Ethan Page, and then Ava gave him a title shot. So that's all you need in the world of professional wrestling. Is you get rewarded for being a criminal. You steal a car and you get a title shot. But that's wrestling, right? Wacky ass the world of professional wrestling. So of course, for me, I don't think there's any doubt. I think Ethan Page retains there. Mr. Iguana is there for a good showing, but they wanted to show their conglomeration or their partnership with AAA. So they had Mr. Iguana. And actually, I should have talked about the World Heavyweight Championship first because we already know that is actually going to open the night. So, Oba Femi versus Ricky Saints for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. This one should be a banger. Opening night, so you need to set the tone for the night. So I expect these two to go at it, go hard. Ricky, I feel like is going to retain. I think this is Oba's swan song he has been main roster bound. He's done everything you can do in NXT. He's won the Iron Survivor. He's won the NXT Championship twice. He's ran through the roster. He's North American champion that lasted over a year with no one being able to stop him until the Trick Williams situation. This man has done everything, so why not? And guess what's in a few months? And yes, I know it's from Saudi and people don't want to talk about it, but it's the Royal Rumble. What a better fitting place to debut Femi than in a Royal Rumble. That way he can make a huge impact. The man is 6'4", 6'5", huge big man. You give him 5, 6, 7 eliminations on his. Yeah, 6, 7. Haha. Yeah, my kid is standing behind me. Sorry. You give him a huge amount of eliminations. You make him look huge, and then he either shows up on Raw or he shows up on SmackDown. I don't think you wait until close to WrestleMania or the night after. I know usually the night after WrestleMania is Raw, or the night after WrestleMania SmackDown. We get these huge debuts and things like that, but I feel like you should have debuted Oba yesterday. So that's what I feel like. And I'm looking at some of the comments. You say Ethan's losing the belt. Well, hot take, Charles. I don't think so. Why? Because I feel like, all due respect to Mr. Iguana, I like him, but it's more of a comedy act, and I don't want that title to become a comedy act. And now with whoever wins the match between Ricky and Oba is going to face Cody Rhodes on Saturday night. Oh, I missed SmackDown, so I didn't know that. I didn't know that they said that because I thought Drew was going to end up getting a third match. I did not know that, Charles. So thanks for the update. I didn't watch SmackDown, but yeah, I disagree with that, Charles. I think we're gonna get a title retention. Then we got this: the females or the women Iron Survivors. You got Mamacita Lola Vice. You got Cool and Calm Surfing Chick Soul Ruca. You got Kelani Jordynne, who's there to prove herself that she needs to be back and welcomed into the NXT locker room. She just lost the TNA's Women Worlds or the Knockouts Championship, and she immediately gets another kind of shot because the Iron Survivor winner gets to call their shot and get a title shot later on. You got Jordynne Grace, who JJ brought it up that she's from Texas. And excuse me, a little tired. And what better place to do this than in Texas to actually get her there to get that final little push, because I feel like she's had title shots and she just couldn't beat anyone. She couldn't win the North American Women's Championship, but he expects her to be able to win Deadline or the Iron Survivor and then go on to win the NXT Women's Championship. But we'll see. Then we have Kendall Gray, who is the Evolve Women's Championship, which I watched the first like 3 weeks of Evolve and then I haven't caught up since. So I need to catch that on because she is impressive. But that's the field for the women's one. Then we have, of course, the Tatum Paxley Izzy Dame feud. So Tatum Paxley is going to go one-on-one, no title on the line because, of course, JC Jane is the current women's championship. This match, I'm very curious as to what they do with this. I'm hoping Tatum gets her revenge, but when we were talking about this in the predictions, people convinced me usually if Tatum Paxley or the face immediately wins, what's the point of doing a rematch? So I'm kind of leaning towards Izzy is going to win the first match because then it can lead to a rivalry. Then the babyface wins the second match. Then you get that third defining match. And I think it was Charles. If it was you, correct me in the comment that mentioned a casket, the first female casket match or the second ever in NXT. And you can do that match because the kind of character Tatum Paxley is, and then put the final nail in the pun coffin against Izzy Dame. So I do feel like they're gonna have at least 3 matches. So I do see it, and it was you, right, Charles? So I'm kind of leaning towards Izzy Dame here, and I'm still waiting on Noah to come in. But I'll talk about the last, which is the men's Iron Survivor. Oops, wrong way. There we go. You got Myles Borne, who I keep constantly calling Jason Bourne because of the freaking Bourne identity. You got TNA X Division champion Leon Slater. You got Joe Hendry, who's officially an WWE superstar, NXT superstar. You got your boy Bouncy, Javon Evans. And you got Lennox, Dion Lennox from the bootleg. I don't know. Well, Dark State. I'll call them what they really are. I was gonna try to make up some funny name, but who cares? You got Lennox from Dark State. I feel like this is the coming out party for Myles Borne. I think it's time. JJ made a good point that it makes WWE look good if they have the first ever, death champion, and he doesn't use his handicap as an excuse. It's good PR. Good PR for him. So I do feel like Myles is gonna win it, but I think it's going to be a showcase for Javon and Leon Slater. These two are going to be bouncing all over the place. They're going to be, bouncing. They're going to be all over the place. They're going to have all the high-flying moves. They're probably going to use the penalty box to their advantage to jump on it and do some crazy high-flying stuff. But Slater is not 100% after going against AJ Francis. Thursday, he got put through a table, and then Friday, he had a one-on-one match, which he did retain, thank goodness, against AJ Francis. However, he did get choke slammed. AJ did do some good offense against him, so there's no way Slater's 100%, so that's why I don't go with him. It's between Javon Evans and Myles for me, but I'm going to stick with Bourne because I feel like his evolution is coming. I think it's all about him. And that's it. That's the card. We got 4 simple matches here tonight. What do you guys think in the comments? We should be starting. Let me turn the dang TV on because we're about 7 minutes away. I'm just waiting on Noah to get here. So I'm going to quickly remind people that tonight is Saturday Night Shenanigans. JJ's live at GCW. So therefore, he won't be hosting. So in the hot seat again will be Noah Foster, and as I say his name, just like Joe Hendry, you say his name and he appears. The simple man with the spectacular voice, Noah Foster. How's it going, buddy?
Walter, it's Saturday night and you knew what that meant, but here we are instead covering this. So it is what it is, but overall I'm feeling fine. Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to our coverage night of NXT Deadline. Hope everyone's doing good on a Saturday night as we'll see who reaches the point of no return when the clock hits 25. Get that Christmas crap out of here. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to comment and tell a friend you want to take the conversation, super chat, or PayPal that passions. It's truly as simple as that. And overall, it should be an interesting show. I mean, again, we got literally everybody out here to prove a point. I think Deadline is one of those shows that really has come to show us who truly wants to push themselves to that next level. Even the Retribution guy that could give 2 bleeps less about has an opportunity to shock the world. We've seen literally Hail Marys bigger than LeBron James scored in less than 2 minutes. We've seen somebody pull a buzzer beater out in less than 30 seconds. So we'll find out soon enough who deserves a chance at the NXT Men's and the NXT Women's World Championship. And as far as the NXT Championship, who awaits on the other side between Femi and Ricky Starks, as of course they will kick things off with tonight's PLE. That right there is very intriguing to me. Plus, for those that tune in to SmackDown, we now know whoever leaves tonight as NXT Champion will face Cody Rhodes in a one-on-one match next weekend at Saturday night's main event, which we will be covering
Charles
here.
just told me about that. I didn't watch SmackDown. I had no idea of that. So that's kind of a cool little added bonus.
I may consider WWE the bottom of the totem pole of my passion for professional wrestling. Damn, considering it's sports entertainment now and forever, more than ever. But that being said, the number one thing that matters to me is John Cena's final match in his career. So I did go. Thank you again to WWE Matches on YouTube for saving me so much money and headaches. Again, fuck advertising, fuck television, fuck streaming services. As I watched the SmackDown highlights and learned about that, as of course, we not only learned in Nicolas' office that either Ricky Saints or Femi will take on John Cena, but also so Ruca, no matter what, is taking on Bayley. And of course, we now know the winner of the last announced tournament. Hashtag Sport of the 3. We will talk more about that during Saturday Shenanigans tonight. Stay tuned, folks. As Walter said alluded to, yes, I am once again back in the Bar Hot Seat. when I become not only the voice of Claire, but the hardest working man in this freaking virtual internet wrestling community family known as Super Studios, y'all tell me. That being said, as we get ready for NXT Deadline, let's lock in and prepare. Again, if you want to watch some of us, go to peacock.tv, subscribe, and you can follow the action along with us live. Because again, we got 5 matches on tap. Charles Shaw's not surprised here. I mean, again, they didn't do a draft, so of course they're not going to, do this transfer portal nonsense as an excuse to show once again NXT, WWE, SmackDown, Raw, Blend Split, LOL. So again, Walter, I know you've already gone for the card as always. So last thoughts, let's talk about real quick. Men's Iron Survivor. Who do you got?
I think it's a showing for Myles Borne. I picked Myles Borne. I think he's going to go for it. But if anything, it's either him or it's going to be Javon Evans. I think it's a showcase for them. I just looking forward to. I was saying it before you came in. I feel like that penalty box and is going to become the playground for Javon and Leon Slater. We're going to see some crazy shit off the top of that. I really believe that. So we'll see.
All right, fair enough. Well, that being said, I believe I also went with Javon Evans. He's been bouncing up and down all over this calendar year, in and out of NXT, SmackDown, and TNA for that matter. And I think it's time that he gets a huge opportunity. I think literally he could break out next year to be NXT champion. And imagine if it's the guy that's been biggest supporter of him, Ricky Saints, or the biggest obstacle to him, Oba Femi. Let's not forget, Javon Evans hit that springboard out of the corner cutter. If there was an extra 5 seconds, Javon very well could have been the Iron Survivor last year before Obafemi stole it within the last 15 seconds of last year's deadline match. That being said, 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock as we head over to San Antonio, Texas. Folks, get ready to go because the final countdown is upon us for NXT's calendar year as Deadline awaits. And of course, Deadline, an NXT original idea. As of course, we talked about Walter. It is the fastest, most insane, most wild, most unpredictable 25 minutes of WWE's calendar year. And of course, the men and the women, of course, collide in the Iron Survivor Challenge. For those that don't know, 2 competitors will start for the first 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, another competitor will enter the fray as the clock continues to count up from 0 to 25. If a person is caught in decision, they are locked, to Walter's point, in a penalty box for 90 seconds. That clock does not start until they leave the ring and both their feet hit the floor. Whoever has the most decisions via pinfall or submission inside the ring, once the deadline is met, will be declared the #1 contender for the NXT Men's or Women's World Championship. And a key factor we don't know here, we do not know the order of either match when the competitors will come in, but Myles Borne controls his own destiny, Walter, as he earned the opportunity to choose when he comes in. So whether he uses 25, 5, 10, or 15 minutes, Myles Borne can literally control his destiny tonight.
Yep. And I think JJ was smart about what he said, that he should choose either 3rd or 4th. You just went over the rules and I totally forgot that the image isn't in there. Now, there we go.
That's an order image because, again, screw that logo. Of course, they also are talking about, as I literally just echo what the summit is. And again, folks, we'll remind you each match how this goes. Regardless, this determines New Year's Evil Men and Women's World Championship. For Kelani Jordynne, Ruca, Jordynne Grace, Lola Vice. Go ahead, say your word real quick.
Mamacita. By the way, before they said up next, it was 18 seconds for me.
And Kendall Gray for Joe Hendry, Dion Lennox, Javon Evans, Leon Slater, and Myles Borne. The point of no return is now as NXT Deadline awaits and begins.
Okay, I just got then.
Yeah, you and I are pretty much perfectly in sync, dude. We should be fine. Of course, we are here now. There's the now, of course.
There's the now.
What,
yep.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to see what Ruca does in here, though. And I think this is like Ruca's playground.
Well, Ruca, again, as we talked about the previous experience levels of the Iron Survivor participants, Ruca and Javon Evans have both previously been involved in it. That's got to play to their advantage.
I already know what the first match is, so might as well set this up.
And with that being said, you are looking live from San Antonio virtually as NXT brings you tonight their final PLE of the year. Who will beat the clock and reach the next opportunity with a new resolution for Championship Glory? It all comes down to who meets Deadline. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to the Simple Level Studios. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz. We bring you into the last PLE of the calendar year for NXT. And again, as Walter alluded to, tonight's opening contest will be the NXT Championship. The ruler, Oba Femi, looking to show Ricky Saints he has not changed at all, as Oba looks to once again rule over NXT. And there you, of course, see that penalty box that will house the people that are caught in the decision, as 25 minutes is all the difference between somebody earning an NXT World Championship opportunity at New Year's Eve.
I'm telling you, somebody's jumping off that damn penalty box. Javon or Leon Slater, one of them mofos.
Considering Javon Evans did that literally last year, it would not surprise me one bit, because to your point, that penalty box has no roof. But time can really be a cruel mistress, as time waits for no one and doesn't stop anywhere. But who would have thought a scramble would be your greatest fear? As, of course, we saw at No Mercy, Ricky Saints won the IRC Championship against Oba Femi. Last year's Iron Survivor, of course, was Oba Femi, who started his rule of NXT this year at New Year's Evil in January.
He's back.
I'm about to say that ominous shadow that literally haunts Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints saying he does not fear the ruler, though, in case he doesn't win, because he believes that is not going to happen. There is not going to be a loss. Losing is not an option. Why, Tatum Paxlery lost everything and is looking to unleash pure hell that even she thinks she can't control against Izzy Dame, as Izzy Dame goes one-on-one against Tatum Paxlery.
I'm afraid of what this is going to lead to.
What happens, Walter, when you torture a soul that doesn't give a damn about their own well-being, nor anyone else that is literally face-to-face with them in the ring?
I don't know. You know what that does to you mentally? If you torture somebody who likes pain, I don't know. Like, I feel Izzy's. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know it's going to lead to more matches than. I like Charles' suggestion that they're going to end up doing a casket match or something, because 2 single matches ain't enough for this kind of rivalry.
Well, we'll see soon enough if you are wrong or if you are right, as the time ticks down before we finally officially stop this cold opening nonsense and get into the point we're here, and that is NXT Deadline. And again, big of those that are tuning in, please don't forget to comment, tell a friend. You want to get the conversation? Super chat, PayPal Passions. It's truly as simple as that. Shout out to Safet and Charles Schultz that are, of course, in the chat, letting their voices and their predictions be known, as, of course, this will determine who will lead into the new calendar year for NXT in World Championship opportunities.
We'll see who has truly reached their deadline.
And who meets it.
It's
the fastest 25 minutes of the calendar year for 5 men and 5 women.
Oh my God, how many cold opens are you going to give us? You went to 2 video packages already.
Again, this is WWE. Fuck this company. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. As again, we're going to have some fun tonight, because you're right, I do like these deadline matches. And speed actually does matter here, but so does strategy. And now, the Simple Level Studios brings to you from San Antonio, NXT Deadline.
Look at Ruca.
So Ruca, of course, who's rolling in solo. You got to imagine if her and Zarya have spoken since what happened on Tuesday night, where it looked like Zarya was looking to spear Ruca out of her sandals. And there, go ahead, Walter.
Steal my beating heart.
Yep. Walter's been waiting for this woman to reach the summit since freaking Heat Wave. And Kelani Jordynne looking to prove she can do anything, despite the fact she is not welcome in NXT's women's locker room and probably TNA wrestling. Kelani Jordynne looking to recapture golden opportunities tonight. And, of course, the young OG that's been bouncing in and out of our screens in TNA, NXT, and WWE, the future christened by Randy Orton himself, while the young is in charge, has a huge opportunity to make history, as the X-Division champion Leon Slater has a chance to forge his own glory through NXT.
And he's definitely not 100% after going through a table at the hands of AJ Francis Thursday, going one-on-one with AJ Francis last night, and getting choke slam and everything that happened there. There's no way Slater's 100%.
Well, I do believe that Joe Hendry is more than motivated, but if there's anyone more motivated than him, it very well might be the former ruler of NXT as we get ready for our opening contest. Because here comes Femi, Ricky Saints. Doubt be damned. Point of no return for one of these two men who truly deserves to call themselves the NXT champion.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Hit the ruler's music.
Give it a
Let's get
second,
to
Walter.
it.
You guys show the capacity crowd on hand. TKO, fuck you. Again, beautiful to see how many faithful fans are here supporting professional wrestling, no matter what company that it's in. As we get ready now to finally hit our deadline. Oh boy.
The most ominous man. No man made two simple words sound so badass. Like just saying I'm back.
And in fact, he didn't even say I'm back. He literally showed he's back. Went back home to the motherland. The unstoppable ruler of NXT, who's been MIA since No Mercy, is back for one more turn at the throne over Femi.
Mm-hmm. That is a big, big man.
As Jeff Meacham so eloquently says, that is one bad motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Over Femi, the most notorious NXT North American champion in this company's history, and of course, long reigning NXT champion, held that title for the better part of 9 months, as he said that the fatigue and the wear and tear and the challenge of holding the gold for such a long run is what allowed Ricky Saints to get the better of him for one moment. But as we always talk about, Walter, all it takes is 3 seconds.
Just 3. You give credit for Ricky Saints for not being afraid to stand up to this man.
Ricky Saints has always been absolutely in his own resolve, not fearing anybody who comes forward to him or thinks he can't answer the call. The fact that this man has literally only been pinned, keyword pinned, 3 times in his illustrious NXT career.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time he was pinned this year was by the man that holds the gold now as the Revolution is televised. Can lightning strike twice? Because here comes absolute Ricky Saints.
It's rare, but lightning can indeed strike twice.
Ricky Saints, he called his shot. The electricity, the buzz is in the air in San Antonio here. How about the dominance of Femi? What about the confidence of Ricky Saints? Those might be the intangibles here, Walter.
70 days already he's been champion? Man, time flies.
Exactly. And of course, he's already defended that title against Trick Williams, not once, but twice. Of course, that brutal last man standing match that left Ricky Saints bloody, battered, and bruised, and almost with fractured ribs, literally leaving him breathless. And of course, Femi returned home that night to remind Ricky Saints, you have what's mine.
What he claims is his. It ain't yours. It says Ricky Saints' name on it. Side plates and all.
Either way, Walter, Femi said he is not the same man he once was. He believes Ricky Saints has not evolved. As we get ready to kick things off, let's go down to Mike Rome for the introductions of our opening contest for the NXT Championship.
One fall.
One fall. There we go. And for the first time ever, by the way, in NXT history, the NXT title is opening.
I feel like something big is going to happen just because of that.
310 pounds, 6'6", 27 years of age, 3 years involved in the game, purely built out of WWE, started out of the Breakout 20.
An entire 100 pounds less. 210 pounds is Ricky Saints.
But he is absolute. He also has far more in-ring experience than the ruler. 35 years of age, 14 years involved in this game. Stroke Daddy himself, absolute Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints, the 34th NXT champion in this company's history, as Walter so pointed out, 70 days, referee botch. And of course, Femi.
Right? They're holding the title upside down, right? I was going to point it out too, but left it alone.
Wow, what a fucking idiot. You're fired. Anyway, Femi, he ruled for 263 days. And the bell rings are underway for our opening contest here, this NXT Championship rematch.
Ricky going right after the legs. What you got to do, but that's literally tree trunks.
I'm about to say, trying to ground a big man, though, is easier said than done. Straight out of the block. And of course, Femi, before he lost that title, Walter, he held it for 10 successful defenses.
The man is so huge, he doesn't even wear knee pads. He wears them on his shin. Look.
I'm about to say, Ricky Saints is going to have to be very evasive here if he's going to find a cheek in the armor that is the ruler of NXT. Shout out to Vic Joseph, Booker T, Sheriff Schreiber, and Mike Rome, the correspondents of NXT and WWE.
He found it before, though. He did find it before. He's just got to do whatever he can do 70 days ago to get this title.
Well, we talk about time. We talk about a deadline. Does history repeat itself, or are you doomed to actually be a victim of it? Can Ricky Saints do the same thing again the same way? Or does he have to come up with a new game plan?
You got to come up with a new game plan, because if you think about it, the entire time Oba went away, he was focused on you. Meanwhile, you had to deal with Trick Williams and everybody else. He wasn't focused on Oba. He was gone, out of sight, out of mind. But Oba was deadlocked on you.
Femi right now hoisting up Ricky Saints with one arm, pretty much. Look at this freaking showcase of strength. That is ridiculous. Ah, God, a backbreaker over the leg.
Ouch.
How much pressure does that add to both these men, knowing that whoever wins will get a huge opportunity to face the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes next week in Washington, D.C. on Saturday night's main event? How much does that add to both these men's pressure?
It adds a lot of pressure, because not only do you face Cody, you get to be on probably what's gonna be the most watched thing this year, because John Cena's last match is that same night. So if you ever want to showcase yourself, what better time than in front of the entire world? You know how many eyes are gonna be glued to Peacock that day?
More eyes than I can count at pro stats. That's being the stats. Stay tuned for me and Gio to bring the stats on the conclusion of the NXT and TNA League this coming Wednesday, as well as talking about John Cena and his final opponent. The final opponent to be revealed tonight during Saturday Shenanigans. And of course, is our opening contest here on this 5-match card. Still to come tonight, Ethan Page defends the NXT North American Championship against Mr. Iguana, the women and the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, and Tatum Paxlery looks to unleash absolutely relentless hell against Izzy Dame and the Calling. Ricky Saints up in the fireman's carry right now, and Femi might be looking to send Ricky Saints down the hard way, and Ricky maybe preserving his life, holding onto the top rope. Right back towards center. Counter by Ricky.
I thought he was going to do an F5.
Left arm.
Yeah, I see his strategy already. I'm surprised he's working on an arm and not on a leg.
Well, you figure about, again, Femi right now, who's been hoisting up Ricky Saints. Imagine if he can't hold him up for that fall from grace, that ridiculous free fall power bomb.
Old school with its style here.
Again, Ricky Saints absolutely in his element for the moment against the ruler Femi. And Ricky Saints also got to consider that no matter how he feels about then versus now, he does hold a pinfall win over the ruler of NXT. Or should I say then ruler? Chop block now, bring it Femi down to the mat. And of course, everyone's the same size when they're at your level, Walter.
Not only that, but remember, Ricky now has something he didn't have when they first. He's got the championship advantage. Oba, he doesn't have to beat Oba, to be honest. Oba has to beat him.
Femi's run, of course, defended that title against Josh Briggs, Yoshiki Inamura, Jasper Troy, Myles, Borne, Trick Williams, Devon Evans, Eddie Thorpe, to name a few victims of the ruler.
Triple threats. Twice he defended it in triple threats.
About to say, actually, he defended it in 3 triple threats and won it
3
in triple threat. Drop kick. A great cover now by Ricky Saints. Look at the far leg. It's a 2 count.
He's still at full power. You see now he kicked out?
About to say, though, I wonder again if that missile drop kick took more out of Ricky Saints than it did Femi. Either way, still trying to exert more strength out of the challenger. There, of course, you see the NXT Championship, the cornerstone of this brand, going back to the Black and Gold ad's greatest days. Of course, going back to the inaugural champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
I noticed on the replay that he actually, I didn't realize that when
Whoa.
he did the drop kick, he actually aimed for the arm still.
And again, Femi aiming for the rib cage of Ricky Saints with a backbreaker over the knee, still holding him in the body carry position, now up on the shoulders. And Ricky Saints right now in a world of trouble. Overhead military press by the ruler.
He can hold that all day if he wanted to. No.
Oh, and a long way down, free falling goes the NXT champion. Just like that, this match completely turned on a dime.
You said he's 6'6", all right? So
That's
holding
correct.
Ricky Saints that high, he's probably, what, 9 feet in the air he just fell?
Give or take, probably higher than even the top rope even. And of course, Femi with full control, noticing no lingering effects on his arm or leg during that hold.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like to me that Femi just wants to punish Ricky Saints. When I looked at his run as NXT champion, he didn't take nobody, I think, lightly. But you see right now this posturing by Femi. I almost wonder if that's just trying to renew a confidence in himself. Because again, you can feel this ball you want. Once you're beaten, you're considered mortal, in my opinion. And Femi's got to realize that.
I think he took Ricky lightly and then got beat, and then he was like, I'm not making that mistake again. He literally he literally lawn darted Ricky somewhere.
It's a freaking overhead bill right now, and it's long and it's far, and according to Femi, it's gone. Again, over the cover, hooking both legs, and a 2 count, and I got to consider Femi there a little overconfident, slow to the cover.
That might have cost him that little hesitation.
Ooh, vicious PK.
Damn. He might have took Ricky's head off with that. Well, I think he hit him in the chest, actually.
The ironic thing about Femi's run here in NXT, No Mercy has shown him no mercy. Back-to-back years, No Mercy has been his undoing. It was his undoing last year for the NXT North American Championship against Tony D, and it was his undoing this year against Ricky Saints. Now just teeing off against Ricky in the corner.
Literally hoisted him off with an uppercut. He lifted him off the ground.
By the way, this is for the NXT Championship. Femi, literally, quote-unquote, not pulling no punches, just going straight full force.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to make it over and done with and just do the power bomb, but I think you're right. I think he just wants to punish him.
Femi wants to prove he is not the same man he once was, and that Ricky Saints has not evolved. Still the same young boy that, of course, conquered him.
What are you, Opa Steiner? What are you doing push-ups in the middle of the damn match? Focus.
Now he's going for a key lock. As he's wearing down Ricky Saints, of course, working Ricky Saints' arm, he tries to neutralize the Rochambeau.
Smart strategy.
Trying to take everything away from Ricky Saints tonight.
Your arm ain't supposed to bend that way.
Of course, you would know that well to be an MMA expert and how much damage is being done in that hold, though, as Ricky Saints does the free arm. And again, and one clubbing shot to the back drops the NXT champion.
You might as well get hit with a bat.
And now Oba with the cover gets a 2 count. Next to Universe right now is a cover again by Oba, getting a 2 count on Ricky Saints. Each time Ricky Saints kicks out. Another cover, and again Ricky Saints showing resilience, and Femi getting a little bit aggravated here. Cover again, and another 1 count that time.
Somebody's getting a second wind here.
Again, Ricky Saints, he knows how to fire himself up. He's been doubted his whole career. You figure about what he did in AEW, you figure out what he did in the NWA, you figure about why he calls himself Absolute. Now going off the ropes.
That's what you need to do. There you go. Take his knees out with them drop kick.
And right now, again, Ricky Saints throwing his entire body against Femi, despite the weight difference. Going back up to the high-risk district.
He's holding his arm again.
They're trying to go old school one more time, and I don't know if this is wise. See if this is, once again, the charm. And whoa!
Ooh, Hurricane.
And beautiful Hurricane Spear! And that might be doing Femi Rock. Ricky Saints counter kick out 2.
Damn, how do you spear this man that big, man? You can't take the effect, man. You're so much smaller that your spear didn't look like it damaged Oba. It looked like it hurt yourself.
Well, at the end of the day, the different change of the Hurricane Rana and the Spear Fob, great combination for a 2.5.
Noah, go run headfirst into a wall and tell me how it feels. That's pretty much what Ricky Saints just did.
I mean, Ricky Saints literally will go through that brick wall if it means holding on to the NXT championship. He'll endure all the hard times that it takes. Shares of his best friend, the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes.
Shifting his weight so that he can't pick him up, but
and right now, Ricky Saints trying to hoist up Oba Femi. I'm not sure how wise this is. And Oba, oh, Ricky, great escape. It's an elbow. Now the Irish whip off the ropes. And again, rebound with a clubbing alert. Now Oba off the ropes, though. Discus out. Oh, a stutter!
Oh!
The stutter! The cover! The return! Out! Wow. Give it to Ricky Saints off that exchange, Walter.
I wonder if he was sending a message to Cody. He kind of pretty much just did the Cody cutter.
Well, you got to remember where we also are at. What? Now Ricky Saints going for a guillotine.
Oh, man, you're too small for that, dude. He's doing it right, too. He's got the grapevine in and everything, but that neck is such a thick neck.
That just means that Ricky Saints got to exert more pressure. Again, to your point, he's got to put the squeeze on this hold. While Femi has the vertical base once again and the leverage, but even a monster has to breathe.
Yep, cut the oxygen. Goodbye.
Femi, though, trying to reach the ropes to force the break. And again, the ruler might be wavering down to a knee.
Oh,
Ruca's fading right now, Walter.
There you go. Now bring his head down lower, Ricky. Bring it towards your own rib, and then you'll lock it in more.
Even got more of a body scissors now in play. And look at the intensity on Ricky Saints' face.
Yeah, but you think about how much is he wearing his own body out by exerting extra pressure.
Again, the challenger once again rising back from the dead, hoisting up Ricky Saints. Oh, man, and just hanging him out to dry across the top rope.
Whew.
You see the damage done, though, to your point, Walter. Femi down on the mat, unable to follow up immediately. Now Oba back to his feet, falling up. Ricky Saints with a low bridge, though, and Oba falls to the outside.
He pulled the rug from under him.
And again, Ricky Saints telegraphed that move. So far, the champion's been one step ahead of the challenger. Now Ricky Saints looking to dive to the outside and drives him a Femi in the announce table.
Tope suicida.
And to your point, the challenger has to win via pinfall or submission, Stefan and Walter. Ricky Saints very well can't take a count out.
Yeah, but would he want to, though, to be honest?
Well, I guess it comes down to the merit of the champion at this point.
I mean, he's sitting there taking it, though.
Up to 8. Femi, though, starting to move. Up to 9. Up to 9. Oba makes it for the 10. Ricky Saints for the favor, sir.
Ooh, Oba walked right into that.
Back punch and a 2 count.
Oba crawled right into the famous. So that was smart. Ricky saw that opening and took it.
You got to start wondering, though, what's it going to take at this point? Are those voices of doubt starting to creep into Ricky Saints' head, though?
I know it's easy to get frustrated, but you got to keep a level head.
But also, time off, Walter. We talk about the intangible that could also be your downfall in this business. That is ring rust. Femi has not been in action since literally September. Ricky Saints has been non-stop in NXT, even defending against TNA.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Saints, again, trying to take down Oba. Oba, though. What, God? Oh!
You take 70 days off, the canvas feels a little bit harder. The ropes feel a little bit slicker. Everything hurts a little more.
Again, clubbing shot to the back of the head, and Femi following up with a vicious running uppercut. When was the last time you saw him do that?
I don't think I've ever seen him do that. This is a hell of an opener.
I'm about to say, considering how bad both these men want to be the NXT champion and the additional prize that awaits the winner, looking for, I think, positive layman crucifix, roll up, and 2 count. Not sure what Femi was looking for there. Possibly a full throttle. Shades of Bobby Lashley swinging a miss.
I think Ricky just slipped out of the way is what happened.
Oba scouted it. Oba, though, got him up on the shoulder again. Oh! And Oba in the cover, kick out.
Used his shoulder as a gut buster instead of his knees. That was a little different.
And definitely dropped him from a higher elevation too, and further damage done to the already probably still compromised core of Ricky Saints. We don't know how much that's fully recovered since the damage done at Halloween Havoc.
And remember, just a little less than 2 minutes ago, he dangled him over the top rope in the same abdomen.
Well, Femi right now, scouting Ricky Saints' corner again, driving himself into the rainbows.
There you go, Ricky. Use your environment. The pole can be your friend.
And Ricky Saints just avoiding disaster.
Oh, I think something's on his mind.
Now, sometimes you got to go above and beyond. Oh, God, I got swatted on the run in. If you're going to leave as NXT champion.
Ricky Flyover, he swatted him, man.
Oh, but Femi once again on the run up, though, on the side step. Ricky Saints saying over through the
There you go. Use his momentum against him. You can't get DQ'd. He ran himself into the stairs.
We talk about Deadline being a battle of endurance. We're seeing a battle of attrition right now with these two men. And Tornado DDT on the Femi on still ring steps.
On the step. He looks dazed and confused. Two Oba's out of here, but now you did a mistake because you just created dead weight. You know how hard it's going to be to lift 310 pounds of dead weight?
Well, if I was Ricky Saints, I would just go back inside for the freaking count out. Sometimes just preserving yourself for another day is all that matters. It means you leave with the gold. Once again, back inside the ring, looking for the tornado DDT against it. Cover, hook the farther to a kick out at two.
Surprised Oba didn't reach for the ropes. He was kind of close to the ropes.
Pure instinct, I think, right there on that kick out to your point, Walter. And Ricky Saints can't believe it.
He's frustrated. He's asking, what do I got to do? You still haven't hit the Russian Boo, man.
90% of this roster was asking the question about Oba Femi. And to your point, up on the shoulder. Able to escape, looking for Rochambeau.
Holy shit.
Pop up. God! Pop up, power bomb. Chains of Kevin. No, it's two. No.
Wow. He really picked up Oba over his shoulder. That didn't even look like he struggled.
And then Oba Femi with ease planning Ricky Saints, despite the fact he's been dropped on his head twice. NXT chants ringing out loud and proud here for our opening contest for the NXT Championship and a date with Cody Rhodes next week in our nation's capital at Saturday night's main event. Both men back to their feet, fire in their eyes, pop up again by the ruler, Ricky Saints, in a world of trouble. Last ride, power bomb, cover, two, down the wins.
Oh, shit.
Oba Femi has reclaimed his throne and is now a two-time NXT champion. Ricky Saints absolutely defeated. Whoa!
Cody wants to face that? I don't know if he wants to. He has to.
How about the fact the entire NXT locker room has to face that again, including tonight's Iron Survivor? As we look at the replays here. Ricky Saints came in with a whisker of putting down Oba Femi multiple times, focusing attack on his head with those DDTs. That delayed tornado DDT, Ricky thought that was it. And how the hell he survived that pop-up powerbomb is beyond me.
He ain't survived it that second time. And he didn't have his weight on the other arm. I thought he was going to kick out because, watch it. Watch when he pinned him. Look at Ricky's right arm, see? He didn't cover it with his leg.
That just tells me that Ricky Saints emptied the gas tank. An emphatic fall from grace, powerbomb variation. All hell, the ruler of NXT once again. Oba Femi, a two-time NXT champion.
Ricky might go heel.
And good luck to the entire NXT locker room dethroning him this time.
And or TNA.
Ricky Saints, you can only imagine how this man feels.
Oh, he's going to attack. He's going to attack.
I don't know, man. I think respect was probably a game with these two. They left it all out here tonight. At the end of the day, it was fair and square in the middle of the ring. And we call it as we see it, Walter. The better man won.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's what NXT is all about right there. The future. Respected in the present.
Charles
in the
saying
best form of in-ring competition.
it makes you wonder if they're gonna call Ricky up to the main roster instead of Oba.
Well, either way, Femi is once again back on the top of the NXT roster, reclaiming his throne tonight at Deadline, and awaits Cody Rhodes next week as we take our commercial break.
12/6/25, the day NXT died, because they ain't nobody beating his ass. Here we go. Get ready for another 9-10 months of a championship reign.
Well, as Femi so eloquently loves to say, when it comes to me, the result remains the same. It might take someone unleashing the evil within to defeat the ruler, including tonight's Iron Survivor. For the next time we cover NXT, will be New Year's Evil, Tuesday, January 6th. And we'll find out who awaits Femi on the other side of that marquee very soon.
How the hell are we going to do that? That's on CW. I don't...
I'm sure you all will figure it out, or JJ, because he's dedicated to this. Lord knows I'm not. Y'all will figure it out. Don't put me in that friggin' thing, though. Again, folks, impromptu, we're covering NXT Deadline, and next was really scheduled. But stay tuned tomorrow as me and Walter will be covering the continuation of the Continental Classic, courtesy of AEW. It will be a late retro stream of AEW Collision as John Moxley takes on Kadozi Takeshita, Mascara Dorado takes on Claudio Castagnoli, and Roderick Strong takes on Orange Cassidy. Mercedes been able to defend the TBS Championship against Layla Gray. There'll be a sit-down interview of our AEW Women's Tag Team Championship finalists, the Forever Timeless Love Bombs, Mia Shirakawa and Timeless Toy Storm versus Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron. And First Strickland will be in the building. So stay tuned for our coverage of AEW Collision tomorrow at some point here in some of our studios, and we continue following the Continental Classic. We also will be talking about the state of women's tag team wrestling then and now across the wrestling scene, part of the shenanigans. So stay tuned for more on that. In fact,
and during
ladies first, that's going to be our opening topic.
And during shenanigans, you better not put Collision spoilers or results, because the band hammer ain't going to be for that night. It will be permanently fucking with me. Do not spoil Collision.
Respect. Again. All right. Well, that being said, again, thank you everybody that's tuned in. Let's take a look at some comments here real quick. Charles doing the right thing, as you should do. Very good. To your point, Walter, Charles makes you wonder if Ricky is getting caught up to the main roster instead of Oba. Well, Oba's the NXT champion for a reason, but there's a reason why Asuka vacated her championship and was never defeated. In fact, the only place Asuka has not lost yet is NXT. She has yet to be pinned or submitted, but she vacated that title, and Walter, the rest is history.
Don't.
I got history, dude. I just called it. I called it stats.
Okay.
I'm doing my job.
I love you, brother. You're just doing your job. Woo! Besides, you don't book.
Tranquilo.
Goddamn book bastards.
Tell us how you really feel, bro. Tell us how you really feel. So, that being said, why don't we go ahead and highlight a little more of our men's Iron Survivor Challenge, knowing now who awaits on the other side for them. We talked about Joe Hendry, the most motivational viral sensation, of course, in NXT, TNA, the wrestling business this year. Let's not forget, the day after WrestleMania on NXT, who confronted the NXT champion? It was the TNA World Champion at the time, Joe Hendry. Javon Evans, of course, fell to the ruler at Heatwave, being beaten over the announcer. We thought he was dead, but came this close with that freaking springboard cutter. To Walter's point, he thought Javon was going to win that night. Dion Lennox has had this chip on his shoulder of anger and aggravation and frustration ever since Femi told him, carve something out for yourself. And Dion Lennox has been part of every enhancement act possible. Security, he was wiped to the side by Trick Williams. He's been jobbed out, and now he's standing out on his own. So he might be a sleeper here. And he demanded and prayed that Femi is the NXT champion. So you know he's even extra motivated tonight. And then, of course, Leon Slater has a chance to make history. Let's not forget, Leon Slater beat Moose for the X Division Championship. The biggest man, the face of the franchise in TNA. A man Femi beat earlier this year in Roadblock. Leon Slater has a chance to create history in not only being the X Division champion, but winning the NXT champion against Femi. And, of course, Myles Borne earned Femi's respect earlier this year when he broke out and challenged the ruler for the NXT championship. So, in a way, Walter, this makes a whole lot more damn sense that Femi waits on the other side now.
We've seen Sol Ruca and Zari on the phone.
Let's go ahead and look at that real quick. Looks like Sol Ruca's apologizing.
And she says, you know what? I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. 20 cents, man.
I'm glad two adults can apologize to one another.
I don't know, man.
Until she screws Ruca out of the match tonight. But anyways.
I mean, we did see Ruca trying to reach out to Zarya earlier, and it looks like they were able to do that.
What are Hank and Tank doing?
Who knows? They're coming back from Japan. That's currently the GHC heavyweight tag team champions. So I'm sure they got a lot to talk about from their excursion. I don't give a fuck about this. Going back, though, to what's more important here. Again, Walter, it makes a lot more damn sense now that Oba Femi awaits on the other side for any of these men. So has that changed your opinion at all, despite the fact you can't change your prediction?
I went for Myles. I just think it's his time now, but it's going to be a hell of a match. And the fact that Javon Evans, even at his younger age, he's pretty much the only one with Iron Survivor history and experience.
Well, of course, we don't know what the main event is, but the reason we are seeing Hank and Tank, they actually went across the world to Japan to compete in Pro Wrestling Noah. To the point, Hank and Tank won the GHC Heavyweight Tag Team Championships.
They did? I didn't know that shit.
And of course, Hank and Tank, very excited individuals, bringing their energy to the Pro Wrestling Noah roster.
Oh God! Do you know Japanese respect wrestling? They're quiet during the match, and you let these two goofballs in there.
Well, you know what? Pro Wrestling Noah is about as weird as DDT Pro, honestly. Well, nothing's weirder than DDT Pro, but nonetheless. Again, folks, still to come tonight, the men's Iron Survivor, the women's Iron Survivor, Tatum Paxlery versus Izzy Dame, and All Ego of Page defends the NXT North American Canadian Championship against Mr. Iguana.
Yeah.
And Hank and Tank return NXT this coming Tuesday on the CW.
Mexico is part of North America, so hey.
Well, yeah, I suppose you know that's true, but this isn't a geography lesson. Again, you all can watch that if you want, but still. No, my NXT!
I wonder what's next. Do you do an Iron Survivor now, and then the rest of the matches, and then the other Iron Survivor as the main event?
Mean, in the past, we've seen Iron Survivors open and close the show, but we just saw history made as the NXT Championship on the show. I think it only makes sense to do an Iron Survivor match next, especially after Ruca and Zarya seem to have buried the hatchet for the time being.
Yeah.
And it looks like, Walter, it's time to see who meets the deadline for the women, as it's time for the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say, you're crazy. I will say that. You're crazy. And, of course, we know that no one qualified for this match, Walter. It was John Cena that picked this field.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, this staple of NXT introduced back, I believe, in 2022. This is now the third Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Kendall Gray, who's been evolving in front of our eyes, still the Evolved Women's Champion. Ruca, who's Hang 10 and has been a double champion this year. Kelani Jordynne, who is the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion. Lola Vice, thank you, Walter. The girl with the fastest strikes, still looking for the big one. And, of course, Kelani Jordynne, like I said, looking to prove she can do anything. And again, folks, the match rules for this are 2 women start. Every 5 minutes, someone else comes out. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall or submission. You earn a point once you get a decision. Whoever is gone in that decision, though, on the losing end, goes into a penalty box for 90 seconds. And they cannot re-enter the match until that time is up. When the deadline is met and the 25 strikes, whoever has the most decisions will be the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship.
I can't wait to see what Ruca does in this match, and she's gonna do some stuff. I know that.
But Ruca again has previous Iron Survivor experience, and that might play into her favor. We've seen Trick Williams score 4 falls in the span of 2 minutes. We've seen people go butt kiss in this for the entire 25 minutes.
I mean, if Waller can win a freaking Iron Survivor, any of these men can, or any of these women, I wouldn't put it past any of them to win if Waller won one.
To be fair, all 10 of these athletes are more over and better than Grayson Waller.
Exactly.
All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started.
The following contest is scheduled for several falls. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking idiot. Take a screenshot of that if you want, folks. Again, you see the rules on your screen if you're following along with us as well. Again, the rules have not changed since the inception of this match in NXT.
Yep. Shit, I'll show an old NXT, but it's still the same rules.
Exactly. All right, and it looks like we know who's starting things off, at least for the entire span of 25, one half. That is Kelani Jordynne, again, inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion last year at NXT Battleground in UFC Apex, former TNA Knockouts World Champion, and I believe this will be her first Iron Survivor Challenge.
Yes, it is. That was cool. I don't think she did it on purpose, but the way she clapped the chalk right into that next effect, it went in perfectly.
Kelani Jordynne looking to prove that Kelani can do anything. How pathetic would it be if Ruca started the other half of her, considering how much these two have literally come into NXT and have grown respect to one another? Hell, their backgrounds in gymnastics are practically the damn same.
Hence the chalk.
Special athlete here, no doubt about that, as of course her is connected to him, and we saw him, of course, challenging the Dragunov for the W9 States Championship.
Her has had a lot of success this year, though, so this would just be one more attribute.
And look who she's starting against.
Kendall Gray.
The current WWE Women's Evolve Champion alongside Wen Sinclair, Texas's own Matayad, Maddie Wazowski. Kendall Gray, who has literally burst upon the scene, 24 years of age, 1 year in the game, no previous background of professional wrestling, but has already been involved with his champion now for 75 days and coming off another defense, literally against Lainey Reed at Gold Rush.
There's been a lot of double champions recently, too. She can add to that if she holds on to that Evolve title and then goes on to win the women's title.
With victories over Chantel Moreau and Last Legend after beating Kylie Armstrong, of course, for that championship at Succession. Kendall Gray and Kelani Jordynne will be involved in this thing now for the entire 25 minutes, which you would think would give them the best chance to probably win.
Yep. 2 first-timers. No experience in what to expect, but it pretty much is a regular match. You just, instead of losing the match, you get shut into a penalty box for losing the fall.
For those that are wondering, Kendall Gray has a background in rigging. She is also a former gymnast. So this could be a very interesting, similar clash of styles and amateur attributes here. The weight lock applied there. Of course, Kelani Jordynne does outweigh her inexperience in NXT, as of course she's been involved in NXT for literally the last 3 years. Irish whip in the corner, and Kelani Jordynne caught the second turnbuckle. Kendall Gray slipped out from underneath. And of course, Matt Wrestling's a whole different game than freaking mat gymnastics. Whoa! Grab kick, the cover, and a 1 count. And I almost wonder you don't treat this as an exhibition. You literally go for the cover as quick as possible, because that 90 seconds right now would give the other one a chance to regroup before the next person comes in. Jackknife cover, 2 count. Kelani bridging out.
Think
turning
about
Kendall
this.
Gray around.
Think about this. You know who that really benefits? So Ruca. She's been used to the speed rules and trying to get quick falls. You need that in this kind of match.
And again, up and over with the moonsault and a pie face to Kendall Gray. Kelani Jordynne looking to show she can do anything. Why she get caught in a takedown? That's what you get for bolstering, you idiot. And again,
Any of the
Kendall
women
Gray showed her strength.
Any of the women that were involved in any speed matches kind of prepares you for this. 'Cause that's what you need to do. Get quick covers and multiple of them.
Well, I would understand your point about the quick cover, but I also 25 minutes is an endurance, and I don't think Kendall Gray has even been involved for even 15 minutes yet in a wrestling match. So it's new territory, especially for her.
Yeah, you got to learn to pace yourself.
Going up and over. Double stomp right there by the Evolve Women's Champion. Here's the cover to go up a fall and gets a 2 count.
Still, good luck keeping up with these two. They're fast right now.
Well, again, the tail of the tape does show that both these women are definitely on the side of agility versus just flexibility. Kendall Gray, who had her first match alongside Carly Bright, took it on Stevie Turner and Sarah Sterling on NXT Live. And of course, we're involved on Level Up 2024. Inside Cradle, 2 count only. Inside Cradle versus the shoulders, 2 count again. Both women tied up, looking for the fall here. Might literally come down to body positioning and 2 counts.
There's been about 15 pin attempts already.
Again, right now, this match does not end until the clock hits 25. We are 2 minutes and 25 seconds in. Kendall Gray looking to follow up. Baseball slide. Oh, and Kelani catching him with a double stomp to the spine.
Right on the spine. Oh, shit.
Now working the lower lumbar against the ring apron here. And, of course, there are no disqualifications in this. So Kelani Jordynne can use the outside to her advantage.
The longer this match goes on, the easier it is for you to finally get covers. I wonder if you do that. Instead of trying to go for quick covers, wear everybody in the field out. That way, when you go for covers later on, people are already worn out.
Northern Light suplex with a bridge and a 2 count for Kelani Jordynne.
I mean, multiple strategies work. You just got to pick the one that works for you.
Gotta find your own winning strategy. You come out like a Battle Hell like Brown Breaker who scored 3 falls in the span of 45 seconds. Do you pull a Hail Mary like Trick Williams in the last 2 minutes? Or do you preserve yourself and try and score a fall within each of the 5 minutes?
To each their own.
And again, this is going to turn to a triple threat. A fatal 4-way, a 5-way scramble very soon, there than later, and a 2 count. If Kelani Jordynne and Kendall Gray do not pick up the pace and get some decisions on the board.
In a little over a minute, 20 seconds.
Again, last year's winner, of course, was Blair Davenport, I believe. And Trick Williams was also a winner. And, of course, last year's winner was Femi. Got the boot up. And last year's winner, the women's Iron Fire Challenge was Julia. Off the ropes, gonna miss once again. And, can you remember when Julia was NXT Women's Champion being Roxanne Perez at New Year's Eve in January? What's she doing now?
Well, when they actually cared about Julia, you mean?
Exactly. And right now, freaking piss me off how they treat the former World of Stardom champion. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation for another day. And right now, Kendall Gray driven into the second turnbuckle. Kelani Jordynne right now turning up the offense here, turning up the aggression. Spraying out to the top rope.
It's WWE shit.
Guillotine, leg drop, DDT, and 2 counts.
WWE shenanigans, the way they treat people.
Well, I mean, the definition of shenanigans was this company's deception. I'm just saying. Now, Kelani Jordynne,
15 seconds.
Can do anything. Went for the double stomp. Kendall Gray able to roll inside, prevent certain destruction. Nice power slam. Deep hook in the leg, and Kendall Gray to the board.
Oh, shit. With 5 seconds left for another person to come out. So it turned into a one-on-one.
Exactly. For the next 90 seconds. Very impressive by the involvement.
This is when you knew you fucked up.
And this is where Jordynne Grace is about to unleash absolute fury. Kelani Jordynne on the penalty box, by the way, folks, for 90 seconds. Kendall Gray up on the board, a fall. Jordynne Grace immediately, though, fresh out the gate. Oh, wow. Up and over, face first goes Kendall Gray. Jordynne Grace, former TNA Knockouts world champion, has accomplished nothing here in NXT except beat Blake Monroe in a weaponized steel cage, looking to regroup and focus on getting to the NXT Women's title.
It's still early. There's no need to panic. Take the time in the penalty box to actually relax and recover.
I'm about to say, though, again, all that time is literally about mental game, regrouping, rethinking. You saw how quick Kelani Jordynne was caught off guard by Kendall Gray. Now Jordynne Gray's on the second rope. Bear bomb connects. Cover by Jordynne. Gets a 2 count. And at this point, Kendall Gray, does she play defensive or does she continue to be offensive at this point, being the only one with a fall? Oh, God.
That's interesting. I guess you try to play defense, right? Keep being up by 1.
And right now, sunset flip, the roll up by Jordynne Gray, shoulders down, 2 count on Kendall Gray, still maintaining body control, and a modified submission hold here.
Yeah, what the hell is that? That's innovative.
I'm about to say a different way of hyperextend the arms as Kelani Jordynne is back in the fray.
It's like a grounded angel wing. I don't know.
Oh! Split leg drop stunner, and of course, Kelani Jordynne owns a pinfall win against Jordynne Grace, winning by any means necessary, defending the TNA Knockouts World Championship.
Yep.
And right now, Kelani Jordynne, though, has to be playing catch-up here. Kendall Gray, the roll-up on Kelani again. Shoulders down, deep roll-up. But Kelani Jordynne with the reversal. Now Kendall with the reversal. Shoulders down again. 2 counts. Kelani almost got caught.
I hope the ref did his cardio today.
That's roll through into the ankle lock by Kendall Gray. But Kelani Jordynne, though, with the reversal. Shoulders down. 2 count again. And right now, it is 1 for Gray over the field. Roll-up by Kelani. Kelani on the board!
There you go.
Now Jordynne now is literally Kelani Jordynne now up a fall. Kendall Gray in the penalty box for 90 seconds in a roll-up exchange. And that's how quick this match can turn when it comes to finding a decision. Kelani up to the rope. Jordynne Grace. Big elbow strike. And now Jordynne Grace springing up and over. Oh, big boot connects.
Mm-hmm.
About to say, pacing, you were talking about pacing is key, and Kelani Jordynne has not let up on the gas.
I wonder how much Grace is going to panic because 2 people have a fall and she doesn't have any.
Oh! And of course, in 2 minutes, another person will join the field, either Lola Vice or Ruca right now. Swinging a miss. Kelani Jordynne right now looking to go up the field here. 2 against 1 against Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray still stuck there for 40 seconds here. As this is a 1 match for the time being. Oh, man.
This is another match where you kind of want to be one of the early competitors because you could be way behind if you're last.
Here's the half. Look at the far leg and a 2 count for Kelani Jordynne with Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace, 29 years of age, 14 years involved in the game. Of course, TNA Knockouts World Championship 3 times. Her last run was 287 days. And, of course, that shortly led afterwards to her joining the NXT roster. Now, skinning the cat. And, again, Kendall Gray will be out in the second. Jesus!
Yeah, did you really want to come out to that?
Well, I mean, again, Jordynne Grace was aware that another person was going to join the field and immediately on the attack, trying to do one-on-one. Tornado by Kelani Jordynne. And we're at the 9-minute mark. 60 minutes left in this match. Meanwhile, Kelani Jordynne, to Kendall Gray, shoulders down for a 2 count as Kelani looked to lead the field.
She came out of the penalty box and ran straight into a guillotine, pretty much.
About to say she got her head taken off is what happened there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's really interesting how much Kelani Jordynne is isolating herself against Kendall Gray, trying to go against the most inexperienced person in this match in general.
Yeah, but that also can lead to surprises because she's so inexperienced. I mean, she can catch you by surprise because you can take her lately.
I mean, she hasn't even had 80 matches yet, Walter.
And who got the first fall, though?
Kendall Gray.
Exactly.
Unlike Win Sinclair, that everyone called their wild card, who went butt kiss last year. And right now, electric chair drop to Kendall Gray by Kelani Jordynne fell from the highest heights. And here comes our next participant. And Walter!
Yes?
You may want to speak now. Oh, boy.
I can't.
And right now, folks, in case you're wondering, it's Lola Vice. Walter is officially gone. Kendall Gray up the second row. Oh, got caught. And I'm in there. Buenas noches. Lola Vice on the
Holy
ball.
shit! Right out of the gate.
Just like that.
I told you that spinning back fist is no joke.
And right now, lining up Jordynne Grace, those lightning fast kids. Kelani Jordynne, though, coming back. And we've seen these two fight each other and fire alongside one another, just literally tying up the hamstrings. And and Lola Vice backing it up in the corner against Jordynne Grace. And the opposite side of Kelani Jordynne. Grace back up to her feet, waist lock. Kendall Gray again, chucked to the penalty box, folks, for the next minute.
Where do I sign
Lola
up
Vice won. Kendall Gray won. Kelani Jordynne won. So Ruca and Jordynne Grace 0. So Ruca will be the last one to enter. And Lola Vice looking to back it up. Double stacked in the corner with extra momentum and velocity. And right now, Lola Vice turning things completely around. Back drop suplex. And the cover on Kelani gets a 2 counts.
Maybe I need to pour this water.
Cover
I need to pour
on
this
Jordynne
water
Grace.
on myself instead of drinking it.
Walter, control yourself, bro. Kendall Gray will rejoin this field in less than 30 seconds. Axe kick to the back of Kelani Jordynne. Lola Vibes, of course, transitioned over from the world of MMA. 27 years in the game. 3 years involved in professional wrestling. Straight from MMA to NXT. Shades of Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
Lola Vibes right now getting the better of both her adversaries here with this lightning fast offense. These strikes. Jackknife takeover on Jordynne Grace to go up the fall. Get a 2 count.
Who's the first
Kendall
to get
Gray
the
has been released from the penalty box. This is turned to a fatal 4-way. Whipping that spinning back fist again. Kendall Gray scouting it, though, with the elbow strike. Now Kendall Gray, watch out, overhead throw to Kelani Jordynne. Impressive.
Dude, I told you Gray was going to be impressive. Didn't I say that?
You can tell me go for the cross arm breaker here. Might literally be a hidden secret of NXT this calendar year. Again, unable to hyperextend the arms, though. Jordynne Gray's going to roll up. Dude. And again, Kendall Gray hooking Jordynne Grace. Kendall Gray on the fall. Kendall Gray's up to 2.
All it takes is 3 seconds.
And look at the way that Kendall Gray regrouped herself while in the penalty box, to your point. Now, Kelani Jordynne, Kendall Gray on the shoulders.
There's so much time. You don't need to panic when you first go in the box. You need to panic when there's like 2 minutes left in the actual match. Then you definitely don't want to go in the box.
Kelani looking for that split leg moonsault. Can she do anything? And right now, Kendall Gray proving she can do nothing. Jordynne Gray's in the penalty box for the next minute and 5. 2 minutes left till Ruca joins the whole field, and we got our field of 5. Meanwhile, superplex overhead, face first. Bang, knee strike.
Into a knee.
Kelani, Kendall Gray with a double stomp breaks it up.
Damn you, Gray! Mind your business.
Kendall Gray trying to keep that lead for the time being. Up a fall over the field. 2 for Gray, 1 for Vice, 1 for Kelani Jordynne, and of course 1 for Jordynne and 1 for Lola. Excuse me. Again, what a sequence, by the way. That knee strike would have literally put Lola Vice tied with Kendall Gray. Great awareness.
Wait. Objective.
And right now, Jordynne Grace just watching on, seeing that literally her dreams of the Instrument Championship might be fading as she has not scored a fall. Axe kick. Kendall Gray and Lola Vice double teaming Kelani Jordynne. This is interesting.
Come on, spinning back fister.
And right now, single leg takedown.
Ooh, nice single leg. And then pick the ankle.
Kendall Gray looking for the cross arm breaker here. Both even in position. Lola Vice the roll up. Kendall Gray forced. 2 leggers to hold. And Jordynne Grace is back in the fray. It's like applied. She wiped out Kelani.
Multiple people can be in the penalty box at once?
Yes, they can be. And so far, Lola Vice and Jordynne Grace and Kendall Gray, the only 3 women standing in the ring. Jordynne Grace taking on the world. Planting Kendall a spine buster. Roll her through.
Damn, okay.
For that package. Oh!
Jordan Anderson over here.
Not bomb too, no.
That damn spine buster.
Lola Vice. Rolling right through. Went for the high kick. Jordynne Grace hooking Lola Vice.
Muffler suplex.
Again, less than 20 seconds, so Ruca will enter the field. Meanwhile, Lola Vice covered by Jordynne Grace. Grand Lola gets out at 2.
Good, smart kick out because the I don't think both breaks count.
Crossbody roll through deep, hug of the lane by Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace off a fall. Kelani joined again in the penalty box, and so Ruca arrives finally, and we have 10 minutes left.
Dude, there's gonna be a lot. Whew, I can't wait till she hits that soul snatcher off everything.
As we saw Ruca snatch the soul of the NXT Women's Champion. Oh, what the hell? Kelani Jordynne attacking Ruca's leg that we don't know is 100% here with a chop block.
The hell was that about?
Again, Kelani Jordynne's desperate. She don't give a fuck about anybody but herself. Right now, we got Jordynne Grace, Kendall Gray, Lola Vice in the field. Double suplex takeover. Kendall Gray, Lola Vice trying to roll up. Meanwhile, Jordynne Grace double cover on Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. And both women right now with the armbar applied.
Wait, what if she taps to both of them?
Wait, Walter, look at the tail of the taper. Ruca is being escorted to the back, positive medical attention. And look at the smile on Kelani Jordynne. She may have just ruined Ruca's dreams. Deep cover again by Jordynne Grace here, who's trying to double submission. Double takeover by Jordynne Grace, though. And all women break up. Oh! This is effectively turned into a fatal 4-way. Ruca's been taken out of the equation. Look at that sinister smile on Kelani Jordynne. Sitting in cover by Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray with the reversal though on Lola. And again, both women, dire position. A sudden flash spin could be found out of nowhere here. And Lola with the reversal. And again, kicked off by Kendall. And right now, again, we are up to 16 minutes and 25 seconds. Jordynne Grace 1. Kelani Jordynne 1. Lola Vice 1. Kendall Gray up the field with 2.
Good luck with all these covers.
And a shoulder block. And, of course, Ruca's been taken out of the equation thanks to that assault by Kelani Jordynne.
Ah, man. Don't tell me she's going to come back at the last second and win all the falls, huh?
Jordynne, don't do it, Jordynne. You're playing with Jordynne Grace channeling the greatest of all time. Gets caught with a super kick.
No way, you think that's what's going to happen with Soul Ruca? She's going to come out when there's like a minute left and get everybody?
We saw Trick Williams pull Hail Mary literally in the span of 2 minutes last year. I would not rule it out. But meanwhile, Kelani Jordynne, desperate right now to go up the field. Standing switch, me on the minds, Lola Vice, Kelani Jordynne, the deep roll up on Lola Vice, gets a 2 count. Again, Kendall Gray right now is leading the field. Take over there by Kelani Jordynne. Lola Vice, though, catching the drop kick. And Kelani Jordynne. And right now, what the hell? Kendall and Lola swinging Kelani like a pendulum. Is back up to her feet. Doesn't his close line. No overhead Pele. And right now, Jordynne Graves with the shoulder block. Again, Ruca's been taken out of the equation, being evaluated by medical staff. Thanks to that chop block and cheap assault by Kelani Jordynne, who I thought was formerly her friend. And what the hell? Oh!
Spanish fly off the apron!
To the floor. Good Lord.
I'm telling you,
Jordynne might have took herself and Jordynne gets out. Ruca just caught Kelani Jordynne with a flash knee strike.
I told you she was going to come back out.
I don't give a damn. I hope Ruca breaks her in half. That was ridiculous.
Me too.
And Ruca up and over in the match. Lola Vice caught in the ropes. And Ruca hobbling one leg. Meanwhile, double soul snatcher. And Ruca with the cover on Kelani. Ruca on the board.
Told you.
And then coming. Lola Vice. Ruca just scored 2 falls.
Did I call it or did I call it, Noah?
Now tied with Kendall Gray as Kelani Jordynne and Lola Vice going to the penalty box for 90 seconds. Now with the Involved Women's Champion here. This is incredible. Off the ropes. Big elbow strike. Kendall Gray been fired up here. All cylinders since the start of 25 minutes, by the way. Pushed to the corner. Rebound German suplex by Ruca. Big, strong girl on display here. Now Jordynne Gray's back in the fray. And again. Oh, man, that was a messy backstabber. Meanwhile, Lola Vice and Kelani Jordynne are finding a chance to the penalty box while Kelani Jordynne's looking for an escape. Time is not on the side of Kelani Jordynne here, who's been involved in the penalty box now for 4 minutes and 30 seconds, folks. Missile drop kick by Soul.
They're taking each other out in the penalty box.
And Ruca on one leg with the kip up, follow-up knee strike, cover on Jordynne Gray to take the lead, and Kendall Gray with the save.
She use the brace. She should knee you with the brace. That would have been extra impact.
Look at the clock, Walter. We're up to 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, man, Kendall Gray taking on hard. And Ruca now stepping for what is Ruca thinking here?
Reverse sharpshooter.
Reverse monkey flip into a dragon sleeper.
Sniper. Nice.
Again, Kendall Gray taps. Ruca will take the lead. But Jordynne Grace now trying to prevent that from happening. And now what the hell?
A double submission. They'll both get a fall.
Yeah, Kendall Gray right now in a world of trouble. Lola Vice, Kelani Jordynne are both free, though. Kelani Jordynne just pushed Lola Vice back in the penalty box. To your point, Lola Vice, Kelani Jordynne are fighting each other, and Lola Vice might just put Kelani to sleep. Lola Vice getting back in it, though. Lightning fast kicks to Ruca and Jordynne Grace. Less than 5 minutes left. Oh, man, kick to the back of the head of Jordynne Grace and Ruca.
Come on, Lola.
And right now, sleeper hold applied. Kendall Gray in the roll through. Shoulders down. Oh. Again. Went for the Dragon Sleeper, rising knee strike, prevented that though. High kick by Ruca to Lola Vice here, and X Factor! Ruca, incredible. Jordynne Grace hoisting up up on the shoulders. Rolling Death Eye driver by the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Kendall Gray, Kaza, Dora, DDT!
That was a flatliner.
Cover to go up the field to 3, and oh my God! Kelani Jordynne last bubble say with the splash. Now Kelani with the cover. And Kelani ties Soul and Gray at 2.
Dude, she hit her with a flatliner out of that move.
And you just saw Kelani Jordynne put Jordynne Gray in the penalty box for 90 seconds as there's less than 4 minutes left.
I would put Ruca in the penalty right now. You don't. Anybody who's got 2 falls, go for that.
And to your point, this fatal 4-way, all 4 women in 4 corners. Kendall Gray, Lola Vice, Kelani Jordynne, Ruca. Jordynne Grace locked in the penalty box for the next minute and 5 seconds. Double A takedown. Step up. Oh, my gosh. Step up Luthez by Kendall Gray, and right now we got two different matches here. Lola Vice and Kendall Gray, and Ruca and Kelani Jordynne. Lola and Kendall fighting on the outside here. At this point, Walter, one of these four women need to go for a fall, especially Lola Vice, who's behind them all.
Uh-huh.
So
what happens if everybody ends in a tie?
Oh, we've never had a tie. I don't know. I would imagine, but have to go to sudden death with just the people that are tied. And meanwhile, Ruca off the corner with the moonsault off the ring post. And
yeah, but she landed on that knee, Noah.
Kelani Jordynne with the moonsault to the outside, though, wipes Ruca out. To your point, time is of the essence, less than 3 minutes.
Come on, spin it back, Fister.
Definition non-stop action here, but for the high kick. Kelani Jordynne scouting it, hoisting Lola Vice up.
Ooh, Olympic slam.
Yeah, Olympic slam. That's kind of interesting. And meanwhile, Kelani Jordynne once again up to the high-risk district. Look for the 450, and Lola Vice rolled inside, preventing certain injury. But again, Jordynne Grace is back in the field here, and we have less than 3 minutes. What the hell? Oh, my God.
Wow. Fatigue is a factor at this point now, too.
Lola Vice suplexed by Jordynne Grace. Kelani Jordynne dropped in her head. Meanwhile, Jordynne Grace and Kelani Jordynne up on the shoulders. Spin out powerbomb, cover two. Jordynne Grace has tied the field. Oh, Kendall Gray with the knees. Kendall Grace, single leg cover. Kick out by Jordynne Grace. Oh,
holy shit. Trouble in paradise.
Lola Vice ties everybody.
Trouble in paradise. Everybody's tied, Noah. We might get the first one in history with everybody's tied.
We got five-way tie. Kelani Jordynne is trapped in the penalty box almost for the restoration of this match.
Holy
Ruca
shit.
up the shoulders. Whoa, lands on the apron. Jordynne Grace, though, big hand to the side of the face. Jordynne Grace, Ruca on the apron here, and oh, God.
We're down to a triple threat with a five-way tie.
Ruca right now trapped in the clutch with Lola Vice, though, and there's less than 90 seconds left in this
Lola, you can't run outside.
And Kendall Gray is inside the penalty box with Kelani Jordynne as both women fight.
I mean, you're going to create dead weight. Let her go back in the ring and do this.
And right now, the bag of Lola Vice driven in the apron as Ruca is fighting. Oh, and dropped her on the floor with like a chair.
Dude, are we going to end in a tie?
1 minute left. Gray and Jordynne are both in the penalty box for at least 30 to 20 seconds. We have a five-way tie at 2 falls, and Ruca is literally a one-legged woman.
She's going to snatch her soul from the steps. She's going to snatch her soul.
God. Snatch her. Soul snatch with Lola Vice on the floor.
She has less than 30 seconds to get a fall, though.
And Kelani Jordynne is back in the field in 2 seconds. And Kendall Gray's back in 10 seconds. There's 30 seconds left. It's a five-way tie. It's anybody's game. Lola Vice from the drop zone, though. Kelani Jordynne up to the top. 450 connects. 450 connects for cover. Jordynne Grace breaks it up.
Smart. Grace is about to steal it.
15 seconds left. Jordynne Grace sitting out by Kelani Jordynne. Lola Vice.
10!
Kendall Gray to the top rope. Catch it, Lola Vice. Into an impact DDT. Kendall Gray the cover. Kendall Gray with 3. Kendall Gray with 3. And Kendall Gray wins.
Holy shit!
Holy shit, indeed.
She won with literally 2 seconds to spare.
Kendall Gray, the Evolve Women's Champion, just secured an NXT Women's Championship match. And New Year's Eve, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I told you the company was behind her.
Wow.
I told you the company was behind her.
The future is now, for damn sure, for Kendall Gray, who has evolved above and beyond expectations here by the grades of all time. Kendall Gray is this year's Women's Iron Survivor.
Dude, she did it literally, Noah, with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, and literally, it took an implant DDT on Lola Vice as Kelani Jordynne pulled Jordynne Grace to the outside, and Jordynne Grace and Kelani Jordynne caused each other fighting.
That was awesome, yo. I thought we were about to get our first ever five-way tie.
I cannot believe that Kendall Gray, of all people, won tonight. That's incredible.
I would love to know what would happen if somebody freaking gets a tie. What would happen?
I don't know, man, but the jury is out whether or not that ever happens. That's Kendall Gray, who, might I add, started the match, won it in the end, and like you said, 2 seconds left. Final scores: Kelani Jordynne 2, Ruca 2, Jordynne Grace 2, Lola Vice 2, and Walter, I'm sorry, your mamacita with buenas noches, implant flatliner, Kendall Gray wins with 3 falls.
That was crazy.
And well-deserved. It is official. It is now Kendall Gray versus Jessie Jane for the NXT Women's Championship at New Year's Evil.
Damn, does she actually pull it off? No, can you imagine? She would have a rookie year that would freaking rival Kurt Angle's. If she wins that title, I'm telling you, it would rival Kurt Angle's rookie year.
You would absolutely be correct as you see Jessie Jane looking on her next challenger. Again, folks, your Women's Iron Survivor this year with less than a year of in-ring wrestling experience is Kendall Gray, the Evolve Women's Champion. That was fucking incredible.
You talk about capturing the moment and taking the opportunities.
Wow.
Ooh, Eo's talking. Hold on.
As we go to commercial break, fuck streaming services. Walter, it's a WrestleMania commercial. No one gives a fuck. Anyway,
I love EO.
I do agree about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the comments here. Look, the young boy actually grew up and woke up. Let's see here. First ever 5-way tie. He is right about that. And Josh basically talking about Kendall. Yes, that's right, folks. Kendall Gray won. And again, Nathan Bates can't believe it. Safette can't believe it. That's definitely a holy shit moment. They're done the right way in WWE's counter yet. Well, you know, they actually can do something right. Arlene, sometimes you just got to be on your own island and go at your gut or it bites you in the ass. Womp womp. And
ding,
$2 super chat from young boy Josh Mansfield. Women's Iron Survivor is better than Women's War Games 100%. I'm going to add 110% to that. Because the Women's War Games was bullshit, piss poor, lame, mid, boring. Women's Blind Guts better overall than that. But yeah, this Women's Iron Survivor, that was a fucking great match. That legitimately, this was the only match I cared about tonight. And it stood and delivered. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. All right.
Ah! Oh, you fucking scared the shit out of me, dog.
Yeah, that happens. That being said, you know
Dude,
what?
His nose is cold as fuck, and he came and just put it on my elbow.
Oh, that does happen. Walter, I don't do this really ever for this company outside the women's triple threat at WrestleMania, but I figured I earned it. You all know what to do, right? Say it with me. Women's Iron Survivor Challenge for 2025. The field: Jordynne Grace, Ruca, Kendall Gray, Kelani Jordynne, Lola Vice. 25 minutes on the clock. Seeing how competitors evolve. Simply put, that's professional wrestling. Damn it. That was fucking incredible.
I concur.
All right. Well, we got a moment to breathe because again, fuck streaming services.
I'm sorry. My dog scared the shit out of that. Was funny, man. No, I just felt something cold and wet just come. Damn, Dobermans really are Velcro dogs. They just want attention.
Walter, do you want to know how many people picked Kendall Gray, by the way, outside of
2, I think, right?
Nobody picked Kendall Gray on the forum. Not a single person.
Didn't somebody predict her, though, in the predictions?
They did, but if they didn't officially predict it, it is null and void. Not a single person picked Kendall Gray to win. Wow.
You know what, though? That's what this match is built for, to make new stars. Who didn't make a bigger impact than her tonight? I'm telling you, watch. She's going to have this is a crazy rookie year.
Yeah, about to say, we got a breakout rookie for the women for the first time in who knows how long that might rival the level of potential of Oba Femi. And she's not even a third of his weight or size, let alone she hasn't even been involved in 80 wrestling matches, and she just won the Women's Iron Survivor. That
dog scared the shit out of me, man.
It sounds like
don't be laughing.
And Josh saying he is 0-2 now. Well, that is what it is.
I'm already 0-2 also. Did you pick Oba?
I did. I'm 0-2 as well.
No, if you picked Oba, you're 1-1.
No, I didn't pick Oba. I picked Ricky Saints. I honestly thought I didn't think they were going to do the transitional thing. I figured there was going to be a Tony D angle. There was no angle. Ricky Saints just lost fair and square in the middle of the ring. And as I just said, that may not be my NXT, but that match, that was professional wrestling, damn it. That was incredible.
So since we got time to bullshit, Ricky Saints, is he going to be in the Rumble, yes or no?
Well, we are in Saudi Arabia, so there's that. So I also don't give a fuck about that right now. But I will go ahead and answer your question and say maybe.
I bet you Joe Hendry's going to be in that bitch.
You're probably right. I mean, again, he's now officially a WWE superstar. So, I mean, the gimmick kind of is self-employed as far as, him being involved. But, crazier things have happened. Of course, we all still believe in Joe Hendry. So, there is that.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Damn it.
Did you believe in him tonight?
I don't know, man. I gotta be honest here. I really don't know.
Now that I say what happened with the women's, I'm not confident in my choice.
Me neither. What I am confident is that we are going to appreciate John Cena's final match of his career when we cover it next week at Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. Saturday, December 13th, folks, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock. We will be here live covering me, Walter, and Big G. Stay tuned. We cover the winner of that as we go backstage with the glamour.
Noah, think about the story in that match. Not many people notice. Do you realize Gunther has won every match in this tournament by submission, and now he gets to go against Cena? What is Cena's moniker? Never give up. The man who makes everybody give up has to face somebody who never gives up. That is a story in of itself.
There's also a story in of itself that Walter Gunther has not yet been defeated in singles action when it comes to it not concerning a championship in his entire WWE career.
Oh, man. I'm going to put it out there now. He's going to win, and he's going to win by submission. That's a bold statement.
We'll see if you're right. Man, again, Kendall Gray, I can't get over her enough. That was fucking amazing.
That is how you make a star. I'm telling you, Noah.
That's a star that has evolved tonight, bar none. Truly, the future is her.
Man. Surprised she's not defending the North American title tonight.
Well, again, do we really care about the NXT Women's North American Championship when Mariah May, Timu is carrying it? Just saying. That being said, we go backstage to Myles Borne with Schreiber as we continue NXT Deadline. You can go ahead and echo his words if you want, or people can just, take a breathing room because Lord knows this place gives you way too much breathing.
Take a breather because I always keep my TV at certain levels and I can barely hear it. Unless I do this.
That's fair enough. I'll go ahead and see what he's saying if important. That's your first. Not sure how hard I'm going to be. Okay, so now we know Myles Borne is going to come out third. So he is going to follow JJ's advice. That means he will come out at the 5-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh shit. And Jordynne and Grace Klein Jordynne are fighting backstage. Again, Walter, those two cost each other here. They took each other out of the ring.
This is probably going to lead to a loser leave NXT match between those two.
Probably, as we go to something with much less competition and far more comedy. Time for Mr. Iguana's article page for the NXT North American Championship.
Yeah, Yeska!
Oh, bloody hell.
And you say no to Yeska.
And my mood officially changed.
He's impressive, though, Noah.
It's a dynamic athlete, but he's got no chance in hell in beating the face of North America, the face of Canada. But, there is a competitive storyline here when it comes to Iglesia and Mr. Iguana. As, of course, he and his mixed tag team partner lost the gold to Ethan Page and Chelsea Green in AAA.
I wonder how much the Yeska is on WWE. I guarantee they're selling those things.
Oh, bloody hell. People will spend money on any dumb shit, especially for the holidays. Mr. Iguana, 37 years of age, 16 years involved in this business. And like I
That
said,
man is 37 years old.
that's correct.
Dude, he looks like 25.
Well, how old do you think this man is? Because salute the face of North America.
Eagle.
By the way, fuck that rebel.
With the
Currently,
best looking title there is.
Currently, the NXT North American Canadian champion and one half of the Triple A Mixed Tag Team champions. Of course, La Hiedra and Mr. Iguana were the Triple A World Mixed Tag Team champions for 329 days before they lost those titles to Oliver Page and Chelsea Green. As of course, they have one defense already against Joe Hendry and Thea Hale.
I love that pairing, yo. I really do.
I do as well, but Chelsea Green should be the Freedom Women's Champion, not Jade Cargill. Mrs. Mild, mid, slow-mo bodybuilder flexing, trying to get a career in DC, but can't. That being said, Ethan Page has been the NXT North American Champion now for quite a period of time here, 194 days, and has defended that title successfully now 7 times. This is his 8th defense. Or excuse me, this is his 9th defense. He's defended 8 times. Coming off the defense against El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. on the Day of the Dead match at Halloween Havoc, after being Ricky Saints for this championship back on NXT television.
I still can't get over the Kendall Grid just won that damn match.
Legit. That's the only thing that matters to me right now. That was the only thing that mattered to me when I actually got a cover Deadline versus Collision. And I was like, good night, everybody. Then I got to cover shenanigans. The bell rings are underway, so, we'll see how long this soiree goes.
If it wasn't for shenanigans, I would have did Collision right after this.
You and me both. Waistlock applied right now, Mr. Iguana to all Eagle Ethan Page here. And again, Ethan Page very familiar with Mr. Iguana to a degree. Although if Mr. Iguana is as slimy as his reptilian friend, it might be hard for Ethan Page. Okay, Mr. Iguana is dead. I repeat, Mr. Iguana is dead.
Mr. Iguana, those are possums that play dead, not iguanas.
I'm pretty sure possums and reptiles aren't even the same genus. What is this, Walter? Explain this to me.
I don't know. I think opossums are rodents.
Right now, Mr. Iguana is literally stuck in position, and Ethan Page does not know what the fuck to make of it. Is he out?
How do you approach something like this?
This is not professional wrestling. What the fuck am I watching?
I don't know.
I guess he's dead. Okay, let's just go for the roll up and end the night here. Wait, what? The hip toss and immediately caught off guard.
Ego.
I don't know what to make of this guy, honestly.
I know he's the whitest Mexican I've ever seen in my life.
He's definitely got no ego, but he's got something else apparently.
He's got it. Listen to the crowd, man. He's just fun, dude.
Well, everyone loves a clown. That being said,
sometimes wrestling can be goofy as long as you don't overdo it.
Yeah, the jury is out whether or not I can get behind that. And Mr. Iguana right now trying to get in front of Ethan Page with the toe pick and the takeover, the crucifix on Ethan Page, and a 2 count for Mr. Iguana.
You can't deny his athleticism, though. Look at
dynamic and reptilian, apparently, the story of Mr. Iguana. As, of course, Mr. Iguana was given this opportunity by Ava Rain after pulling Grand Theft Auto on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I didn't know that they reward you for being a criminal.
Well, only in America or, in Florida. The jury is out, whether or not they do that in Canada. And wait a minute. Oh, DDT!
He dropped the Yeska.
About to say, and Mr. Iguana bringing Iglesia out of the ring again. Probably not a wise idea bringing your pet to work.
I think fun and games are over for Ethan Page.
It should have been over 5 minutes ago. Other more important business to attend to, like freaking eating poutine at Tim Hortons with A&W with Chelsea Green up in Canada. Oh, what the hell?
He's using the Yeska to whip.
That should be a disqualification. That's a weapon.
It's a puppet.
It's the foreign object. The hot cross body. Technicality. Cover by Iguana. Fuck me. At 2 counts. Do your job, referee.
Hey, Booker T's agreeing with you.
Oh, God. I'm agreeing with Booker T. I need to get the fuck out of here. Up and around. Mr. Iguana taking Ethan Page for the ride with the tiaras.
Ooh. Helicopter tijeras.
The distinct difference in NXT and AAA on full display here tonight at Deadline. Up and over the plunge. Ethan Page able to scout it. And Ethan Page sending Mr. Iguana back inside. What the hell? Catching the leg. Oh, big slap to the side of Mr. Iguana's head. And throwing that thing into the steel ring steps.
He might have laid an egg there because Ethan Page ain't playing no more.
I don't think iguanas lay eggs. They're mammals? No, they're not mammals. They're reptiles. What the fuck are we doing here?
What are you talking about? Of course they lay eggs.
Wait, they do? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know animals. I don't give a fuck about animals. I stopped caring about animals a long time ago.
A reptile means you lay eggs and you're cold-blooded.
Okay, I get. Well, I mean, there's no one more cold-blooded than Ethan Page, I think, when it comes to this nonsense, other than me.
But God has a sense of humor because, oh my God, what you call it's a mammal and they lay eggs.
Say though, but you
platypus.
Don't joke. You platypus. You don't joke with Ethan Page.
His ego can't take it.
My freaking mentality can't take it. The fact that I deal with you yahoos on a weekly basis without virtually strangling any of you is a miracle.
You're dealing with us on the rest screen right now because Mr. Iguana would fit right in with us.
Oh, fuck me. I'm going to retire. Take over Tijeras to Ethan Page. And right now, Mr. Iguana up the second with a high cross body headbutt, I think.
I told you can't deny his athleticism.
Right now, we'll see what happens with Mr. Iguana here on a hot winter night in San Antonio, Texas.
So hot, his makeup's running off. Oh, here we go.
And, all right, really? We're going to do this right now. The fingers and the phalanges right now in Iglesias' mouth as Mr. Iguana goes up to the top rope.
I think he's biting the hand that feeds him.
Watch out, a power slam! You make a joke at Ethan Page, this is what fucking happens to you, and rightfully so. Bloody fucking hell. Big scoop slam by Ethan Page to Mr. Iguana. And off the ropes, big boot. Ethan Page done fooling around with this freaking party animal.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page right now. Take a look at the replay here, by the way. The visceral behind that boot.
Yeah, he did.
Winning it all the way back to Mexico.
I think he's about to kill La Yesca.
About to say here.
Be careful, don't rip his tail off.
Do it!
Iguana's tail. And the iguana's tail grows back, Noah.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, he's spitting his face. That's not
Well,
nice.
there goes that freaking creature. About to say, Mr. Iguana might actually get serious now. I think Mr. Iguana seeing red instead of just being green.
Mm-hmm.
Open palm strikes now, and Mr. Iguana suddenly turning up the ferocity. Push down, roll through. Ethan Page, though, caught, catching him on the shoulder. Take down a DDT.
Bro, every time you think you got Iguana, he reverses it. That lucha libre style, man. And chops are a big part of it. He chopped the shit out of Ethan.
Yeah, I'm about to say Ethan Page, though, looking to send this guy across the border with his own version of border toss here in the Eagle's Edge out of the corner. Got one arm hooked, and Ethan Page and Mr. Iguana up in the corner here.
Eagle's Edge off the turnbuckle?
And trying to hook him, but the damn slimy man won't stay in position. Ethan Page the inside second, got him hoisted up. And, oh, God!
Oh!
Take
Nice
over the
Hurricanrana.
Take over the Hurricanrana to your point.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you
What-
know
what-
iguanas
what-
can fly, Noah?
No, I'm pretty sure they can. Whoa!
That
Oh!
one can.
No take on Kilo into a Tijeras. Now, Mr. Iguana sending the champion back inside the ring, the only place where it matters. Where's Chelsea Green? Where's security? Driving headbutts.
Standing diving.
Mr. Iguana with the cover kickouts.
That big ass head would hurt too.
That would have been a fucking shocker for me. That would have been more weird than Jessie Jane becoming NXT Women's Champion over Stunning Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, don't remind me of that shit.
Too bad, I already did.
I feel like that's why Jessie Jane won again. That they just wanted to say it's not a fluke.
It's still a fluke. It's always a fluke. Hendry should be champion. After flapjacking Mr. Iguana, twisted grin. How about that hot shit? Cover, let the far leg. This is over.
Yeah,
Just like that. Keep your frown right side up.
He ain't smiling no more, Noah.
All right.
I finally on the board here.
At least sanity prevailed for once in this fucking company. Recently surpassed Johnny Gargano for, of course, how many times he's been involved in these various NXT PLEs and how many victories he's gotten, as well as being NXT North American Champion, as the era of ego will continue across North America.
That's someone else that needs to be on the main roster. Paige and Chelsea Green could be on the main roster doing this stuff.
Chelsea Green should be SmackDown Women's Champion. Anyway, Mr. Iguana, an effort, if you want to call it that. I guess it's true what they say. It's not easy being green. But now he can be green with them that he's not the NXT North American Champion. After that twisted grin, that sent him back to Mexico once again.
Take him back to AAA.
As we're sold out in San Antonio, basking in all ego, the face of North America from Canada. And salute to Chelsea Green. As we got another commercial break, fuck streaming services. There's a reason, folks, I wear all black more often than not. I don't play around. I don't dip shit with type of stuff like that. Anyway, as we got another commercial break, I said what I said. Let's see here.
I still can't get over the Kendall Gray one. It just keeps playing in my head. The fucking Kendall Gray did that, and I love the way they did it. I really love the way they did it with everybody tied.
2 seconds, the definition of a buzzer beater, a bigger victory than Antonio Spurs ever had.
Dude, she pretty much hit a full court 3 with the buzzer. That's crazy.
And of course, we saw Kendall Gray tonight, but we will no longer see John Cena after next week, Saturday night. Again, folks. The last time is now, as Walter did say, and they also did spoil it on NXT, John Cena's final opponent will be the Ring General Gunther next week, Saturday night, from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., on Saturday night's main event that we'll be covering here in the Super Reliable Studios. Stay tuned.
He gonna go to sleep. Watch.
And very well might be. Well, we've got a moment to breathe. We already taught you what we're going to see soon enough here at the Super Reliable Studios next week. Go ahead, give yourself a break, say fuck streaming services, and check out what's to come outside Shenanigans Night, right here from the Simply Reliable Studios.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And truly here at the Super Liable Studios, as you can tell by that trailer, we truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, pontificate, analyze, criticize, react, and watch along to all the wrestling. And welcome back here once again to our coverage of NXT Deadline from San Antonio, Texas. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz. If you haven't already, subscribe to Rage of Wrestling, subscribe to Barrett for Wrestling. Don't be a dickhead. Follow all the friends of the Super Liable Studios family, and stay tuned as we take a short break after NXT Deadline concludes and the deadline for the county of NXT concludes, as we'll be back here at the top of 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your weekly moderate conversation of wrestling madness. That is the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by me. God help me with these fucking yahoos. We'll be talking about John Cena's final opponent, the state of women's tag team wrestling in the wrestling business, then versus now, when TNA only did it right. And jury is out whether or not they're doing it right now. And of course, we'll also be talking about the deal that TNA is moving to AMC in 2026. And so much more as we go through all the wrestling, and you guys will also dictate the conversation tonight on Saturday Shenanigans. Well, Walter, we only have 2 matches left. So again, when you torture a soul to the point there is no grace to be found for your sins, does Tatum Paxley realize what she wants to do to Izzy Dame? And does Izzy Dame realize what Tatum Paxley may do to her?
I don't know, but she's going to be in for a hell of a fight.
I'm about to say, speaking of fights, thank you for those that have tuned in, of course, to our coverage last night of GCW, TNA, and ROH. Not to mention, stay tuned when Walter covers UFC, of course, our registered UFC expert. Walter, what's been going on in UFC, by the way, man? What's coming up next? I know you put up a big card for January.
We're covering UFC 324 January 14th, I believe it is. No, 24th, I believe it is. It's the Paramount debut of UFC. So, and it's Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. You got so many big fights. The return of Rosa Namajunas.
Amanda Nunes.
No, but Rosa Namajunas too.
Oh,
but
okay.
they canceled her bout. But the return of Amanda Nunes. It's so many big fights. I can't wait to cover. And I noticed it's not in the trailer, so I got to get a promotional poster for him.
As we go backstage from the shocker of the year, Kendall Gray, this year's Women's Iron Survivor. She's feeling so many emotions right now. I wasn't supposed to win that match. I was the dark horse. Nobody thought she could do it. To be fair, none of us fought. You were the bad woman tonight, said Ruca. But I would say for much of the time, I would be standing where you are right now. That kind of sounds like an excuse if you ask me. Ooh. I mean, sorry, I probably spear Kendall out of her boots on Tuesday night. Yes, she did. You know? Sorry, I might not be here to defend her actions, but she's still Silver's best friend. And the point is, she fought for me. I'm going to do the same for her. Wait a minute. Did Wen Sinclair just book herself in a match against Ruca? Uh-oh.
Did she?
I mean, it sounds like it based on that segment. And oh, shit. Do my plot.
Dude, if this dude Dion wins the NXT would earn new respect from me. Giving Gray the win and Dion, like that would be some crazy shit. To have 2 new young studs like that winning.
Well, that's definitely up for debate whether or not that happens. That being said, we're going to see 2 wicked vixens pay for their sins as Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame have a one-on-one match in hell tonight at Deadline in San Antonio, Texas. When you feel like you're alone in this world, but you think you finally got people in your corner that prioritize and care about you, how foolish, how blind love is, how phony a family can be, as Tatum Paxley achieved the dream at Halloween Havoc, getting the ultimate treat, the NXT Women's Championship. Echoing the late, great Daphne from TNA Wrestling, looking to make TNA fun her way. And Izzy Dame was the trickster that took everything. But I say, love truly is blind, Walter.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad for every time she gets close to somebody. Look what they do to her, Noah.
And it just feels like, again, you're just literally an outcast, and you just gotta accept that. Dan Paxley clearly had her own aspirations on what she wanted to do with the NXT Women's Championship, and Izzy Dame didn't agree in one bit the slightest. As Izzy Dame was trying to warn Tatum in her own way, if you don't start thinking before you're going to lose that title. Manipulation by Jessie Jane got her rematch, of course. Dude, I had the graphic up. What are you doing? Are you going for your freaking slideshow? Not to mention I had it up bigger, but that's fine. Keep up. Keep up, all right? Otherwise, I'm going to do the thing. And that was the last straw in Madison Square Garden Theater, as you all called, the fall of Tatum Paxley and the fatal influence again of Jessie Jane.
By the way, I love Tatum's move. I can't wait for it to hit. I'm nervous about this, man. This is only 4 matches, and I already got 2 wrong.
5 matches.
Oh, 5. Well, I got 2 wrong already, so I'm behind the game. Was Ethan your first 2?
Yeah.
This is as personal can get, by the way.
Tortured and betrayed, just like everybody else.
I feel so bad for her, man. She can't ever. I don't think she can ever trust anyone. And no, anytime she gets close, look what happens.
There's a reason why I don't have a heart. Trust nobody but yourself. That being said, Tatum Paxley, literally previously in the home of her family, and look at the dismay on her face.
Is that somebody? Do you really want to open that Pandora box though to mess with her? I don't know. Izzy may regret this.
Well, we'll find out tonight, Walter, soon enough. What happens when Tatum Paxley is tortured beyond the point of no return? Because that's basically what Tatum Paxley says is going to happen tonight. Izzy Dame, prepare to feel all of Tatum Paxley's pain with interest. Can I just say right now that the calling doesn't mean jack shit? Anyway. Congratulations again, by the way, to Kendall Gray, as I was mentioning earlier. Basically, Lynn Sinclair just set herself up for an ass kicking by Ruca. And tonight, Izzy Dame might set herself up for a reckoning at the hands of Tatum Paxley. I really don't understand what the calling actually is trying to prove or what their truth is. Izzy Dane trying to say that all the voices inside Tatum Paxley's head, there was one that actually was the voice of clarity, and it was never inside you. It was me, but you didn't listen, and that's why she betrayed her. Well, that being said,
didn't I call it though? Didn't I tell you guys that as soon as that was together, I said they're gonna betray her sooner than later?
Izzy Dame to me is somebody that would betray her own mother if it means that she's the talking point in this business. Basically, Izzy Dame did not want to be with the Tatum Paxley that refused to evolve into what she believed she should have been.
Is evolved the word of the day today?
Apparently. We're about to see the devolution of a tortured soul as Tatum Paxley has arrived. Oh, my word.
How much more mental can this lady get? How much more heartbreak can she endure?
Well, she sent somebody to evolve purgatory, if that tells you anything.
Who, Wendy Chu?
Yeah. I thought Rosemary was left behind between 2 planes of existence. Tatum Paxley might take the cake on that.
I'm surprised those 2 didn't get together instead of fighting with NXT and TNA. Rosemary and her would fit.
Yeah, but I say, I would hate to say that I don't feel sad for this woman, but I don't, because Walter called the kettle black. At the end of the day, don't show emotion if you don't want to be vulnerable or hurt. Tatum Paxley showed vulnerability, accepting the calling as her family. and it cost her everything. Well, and look at Sean Spears and this other reject.
I don't feel sad for Paxley. I feel bad for Izzy. You don't know the Pandora's box you opened.
You wonder if Sean Spears and that other dude are going to be out here during this match.
Can you imagine if they're the ones that turn on Izzy?
The bell rings, we're underway. Of course, Izzy Dame was also decided to Brooke Jensen being registered as an NXT Outcast reject.
Oh, here comes the mind games.
Look at the shaking of Tatum Paxley here. The sadness.
I don't think she's that stupid.
I don't know, man. Again, everyone has left her. Izzy Dame with a smile only the devil would love. And, oh, wait a minute. Walter, that sadness just turned into, I think, anger. Oh! Well, apparently, Tatum is not going to be that gullible to your point tonight.
There's an old saying, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. And I don't think there's a more scorned woman than Tatum Paxley in NXT.
And the thing, it wasn't by a man. It was by literally someone of the same genus. I mean, will you ever find yourself betrayed, Walter? Would you not feel the same way?
Of course.
Yeah, I'm sure people have been betrayed, lied to, left behind, broken. Well,
hey,
that's all of you.
What's the first word in my name in my YouTube?
Well, sometimes you gotta preserve that rage unless it literally destroys you. Yeah, Paxley on the apron right now. Was looking for someone on the outside. Izzy Dame looks like she's begging off.
You have to be careful too, because if you let rage fuel you, it could blind you, and you open yourself to mistakes in the match.
Well, we talked about earlier. What matters here is it winning or is it punishment? For both Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. What is to be found in this match by either woman?
I don't think Paxley gives a damn about winning. She just wants to get her hands on Izzy.
Well, right now she has both her hands on Izzy Dame as they are hand in hand and face to face.
Mm-hmm.
And right now,
is this going to be a thing the whole match?
Apparently, about to say, you see the rage. Oh, man, driving Tatum Paxley in the steel ring steps. The definition of a bully literally getting the better of a freshman.
How many times are you going to fall for the false hug?
PK kick to the ribs. Well, some people are just born young and naive, Walter. Even the youngest women in this world. I'm sorry, did I say it out loud? And right now, just literally getting battered with a kitchen sink knee. Lackadaisical cover by Izzy Dame. Kick out one. When you set yourself up to be vulnerable because you feel like you need to belong, this is what happens to you.
Yep. And they wonder why you're an introvert for reasons like that.
Fuck yes. And I don't regret it. Off. And right now, Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley here. Tatum Paxley hoisted up on the shoulders. And right now, Tatum Paxley fine with a broken heart while Izzy Dame continues to persevere with a black heart. Push forward in the corner, shoulder block.
Is he trying to break everything else aside from Tatum's heart?
This is a match of psychology. This is a psychology's nightmare is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And even they wouldn't be able to find answers to this or register some freaking recommended therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Izzy Dame previously had a chance to become NXT Women's North American Champion. You almost wonder if Izzy Dame would have wanted Tatum Paxley to challenge her for the NXT Women's Championship.
That's true. I think it's all jealousy that Tatum got there before Izzy.
Yeah, about to say, oh man, a vicious backbreaker over the knee. And a cover by Izzy Dame gets a 2 count.
Tatum's back, her tailbone is hurt. You can see how much she's grabbing it.
Yeah, about to say, what's more hurt right now, Tatum Paxley's body or her spirit?
Well, when you break someone's spirit, the rest is easy, right?
I suppose. And shout out to Everything Pro Wrestling. Good to see them always in the chat. Follow them on YouTube and on the social medias, folks. Appreciate them as always. Truth be told, folks, I'm not as freaking, cold-hearted, zero fucks as you think on camera. But there is a point now in my life where I just feel like that's just the way to go anymore if you want to be protected.
Yeah. It's a defense mechanism.
It is a defense mechanism. When you show less feeling towards anything, you preserve yourself from being hurt. And right now, Tatum Paxlery trying to hurt Izzy Dame. Someone fucks over, you move on.
I had to learn that the real hard way, Noah. Trust me.
Well, you learn from experience, and hopefully Tatum Paxlery learned after the up team time after what happened with her and Lara Valkyria, after what happened with her and Ruca and Zarya, after what's happened with her and Izzy Dame. Heel kick by Tatum Paxlery right now, swinging a miss. Off! And a kitchen sink knee again to the midsection here. Izzy Dame right now getting the better of Tatum, hoisting her across the top rope. Stun gunning her by the gut. And to Lola's point earlier, prior to this match about Dion, Lennox, and Femi, remember, it was about Femi that incited that rage of rejection and being left as an outcast to Dion Lennox, saying, prove a point. I proved mine. We saw Femi do the work. Will Dion Lennox do the work tonight in our main event? Still to come.
I would give NXT and WWE so much credit if they pull that off with those two.
Let's be honest here. This is NXT still to some degree, despite the fact it's WWE NXT. Give NXT credit, not the main roster. There's a reason why you and I care about NXT more than Raw and SmackDown, even if I barely care about this NXT.
Oh, what's she going to do? Slingshot her?
Boston
Crab.
A full Boston Crab. Again, now really exercising physical punishment and pressure on Tatum Paxlery. See if her will break. And she's now in control of the pain that she gets to inflict on Tatum Paxlery.
Pressure broke her heart. Now her will is next, huh?
The heart is the most wicked organ in the human body and the most vulnerable. So it works both ways here. And you're seeing it on display here with these two competitors. So yeah, you see Tatum Paxlery, though, seeing that bottom rope clear as day, though, trying to crawl her way to safety. And Izzy Dame bringing her back towards nothing but pain and agony. Now stepping through.
Oh my God.
Reverse Boston Crab.
Oh my God. That's worse than the walls of Jericho. Whew, that's when he used to first do it.
That's like a lion tamer, honestly.
Yeah.
He literally pushed into the lower spine of Tatum Paxlery.
That's the way he did it in WCW, yeah.
Bone on bone impact here right now. Tatum Paxlery, by the way, it's from Texas, folks. 3 years involved in the game. Inside cradle!
She literally smiled at that pain. Did you see that? Uh-oh.
Sometimes pain can be your greatest ally and also your greatest strength. We've seen people like Tomoyoshi thrive off it. And that guy fights as if his last match is his last one to live for. You hear Izzy Dame's telling Tatum Paxlery to do something. Oh, come on.
Be careful what you wish for.
Far more jealousy and envy being brought out Izzy Dame tonight to unleash the wrath of Tatum Paxlery.
Oh my God, she's reached that point, Noah.
I think we just reached the point of no return with everyone's favorite little girl in NXT not named Thea Hale. That's already had more success than Thea.
There's no dolls to play with at this point either.
I can imagine what Tatum Paxlery wants to unleash in horrors against Izzy Dame in the calling. Rebound German suplex. Tatum Paxlery might have just been unleashed. Been waiting to see this all night from her, actually. Nice jumping splash in the cover. Hook of the near leg and 2 counts.
That might be your undoing, though. You can't. As difficult as it is, you have to control your emotions if you want to win the match.
Sometimes rage can be your best friend, and in Tatum Paxley's case, I wouldn't blame her one bit. And again, Izzy Dame immediately following up, though. You see a look of concern for a moment by Sean Spears over the fuck this reject from the Mayans is.
I bet you she's seeing all red, too, Tatum, this whole match.
Yeah, Izzy Dame right now up in the corner with Tatum Paxlery here. As Tatum Paxlery looks to correct the mistakes of her past and make Izzy pay for her sins tonight. Leave her out in the desert after what happened at Gold Rush, where she went bankrupt and drop kick by Izzy Dame to Tatum Paxlery. Now Izzy Dame looking to follow up. Fisherman neckbreaker, swinging neckbreaker variation. Here's the cover, hook on the far leg, and a 2 count. As Izzy Dame continues to show her rage, while Tatum Paxlery shows what heart she has left to endure this.
I think it's pissing Izzy off how much Tatum's resilient.
Well, at this point, Izzy Dame considers Tatum Paxlery a broken spirit, a vulnerability. There's a reason why she literally had her be the decider when she betrayed her and made sure that she was removed from the calling.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire San Antonio audience rallying against Tatum Paxley. I was saying Izzy Dame did not agree with Tatum Paxley's fun that she wanted to bring to NXT as women's champion. Nice super kick rocks Izzy.
Uh-oh.
And jealousy can be a very dangerous tool. And right now, Tatum Paxley, crucifix bomb.
Jealousy is horrible.
Well, only if you make it horrible. And Tatum Paxley following up. Oh my gosh!
Ouch,
That was nasty
horrible.
running cross body to the floor for the apron. And both women crashed and burned. Now Tatum, of the announce dance with the step up Insiguri. Rebound German suplex on the floor.
Yeah, but you can't win on the outside.
It looks like Tatum Paxley's unleashing her killer instinct here, and it looks like this is what Sean Spears might have been fearing. And now rearranging the furniture. This is not going to end well, probably.
Can you blame her though?
I guess honestly I can't. She says she was worried about what's going to happen, not to you, but to me, now that I don't have your hand leashing me.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, an unhinged Tatum Paxley, even that scares me.
Referee right now using a little bit of discretion here, considering what this has led to. And Izzy, she's saying she's sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would be doing that before you go to the table too.
I suppose. I think Tatum Paxley could give two fucks. Oh!
That's her finisher. She just did it shit on the table.
Freaking lightning spiral on the announce table. Might be the reckoning of the calling. There you see Sean Spears. What the hell is that?
A peace offering.
No, that's the dolls. That's Tatum Paxley's dolls. That's Tatum and Izzy.
Yeah, she's gonna rip the head off that doll. How much you want to bet?
Again, Sean Spears preying on what he believes is Tatum Paxley's vulnerability.
Rip the head off that doll.
The infatuation, of course, Tatum Paxley has with the dolls. Oh, wow. Sean Spears with the head up Tatum Paxley. Oh! Tatum's sticking up for herself, but that's right, Izzy Dame's boots. And this is game over tonight.
Thank goodness I changed my pick, Noah.
Same. Izzy Dame preying on the vulnerabilities of Tatum Paxley and going over tonight in San Antonio, Texas at deadline with the help of her calling.
She had it until she let them get in her head.
Well, again, when you leave yourself that vulnerable, but then again, when you don't know you're that vulnerable because you're that much of a tortured soul, you're your own undoing. And that's what the story was tonight for Tatum Paxley. Trying to leave the past behind her, and it literally, in front of her face, came back to haunt her and bite her.
She's a tortured soul, man, and Sean Spears just keeps adding to the fuel.
But I'll say, literally sending a message to the heart of Tatum Paxley why Tatum does not look to be bullied anymore in NXT. Instead, though, gets run over with a boot by Izzy Dame. Sit out powerbomb. Dame over. Izzy Dame victorious.
That's going to bite the calling in the ass to keep playing with this tortured soul. Watch.
Well, how many pieces of a broken heart does it take to be complete again?
I don't know, but right now her heart is shattered.
I just want to be shattered on the point of no return.
They're going to fuck around and create a new match. It's going to be a dollhouse match or some shit between these two. Watch.
If Izzy Dame is trapped in the dollhouse, the mental warfare of Tatum Paxley, she may never be seen again. Speaking of never being seen again, Ricky Saints may never see the NXT Championship again, but your boy Bouncy Javon Evans might have a chance to go back after it.
Evan's telling Saints you're gonna win it again.
Ricky Saints saying I disagree. Saying that you have some Ricky Saints tower, no tower, that's not going to change. The impossible is back according to Ricky Saints. He very well might be right. What? Now, it sounds like Javon Evans says he's promised that he's going to win that. You almost wonder if Ricky Saints still supports Javon Evans in that pursuit of would he get jealous. As we get ready for our main event after this commercial break. Fuck streaming services.
You have to wait till New Year's Eve. What do you mean you're not waiting?
It's going to go to Iran and ask for the match next week Tuesday on NXT. That'd be stupid. Well, anyway, I'm not asleep yet, but that was a match. Again, folks, thank you for tuning in to our coverage of Deadline. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. We got one match left as we get ready now for the men's Iron Survivor Challenge. And again, Walter, we talked about before, it really is amazing how much tonight the story has now turned into Dion Lennox possibly winning the men's Iron Survivor, considering the connective history with him and Femi. So I'm really wondering at this point if Dion Lennox actually has a chance to do this.
Everybody's got a chance. It's just all in how they do it. Well, now I want a dollhouse match. I don't know what it is.
Dollhouse match.
But I'm telling you, watch, dude. They're gonna create it.
I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I mean, the Dollhouse tried to do a thing in TNA, and that was led by Terrence Terrell, and that broke apart. And Lord knows we don't need cinematic bullshit in the company that's on the most cinematic platform in existence, Netflix. But anyway, that's not here nor there. By the way, for those that are wondering, here are the poll results for the men's deadline match. We have 40% going with Joe Hendry, 37% going with Javon Evans, 18% going with Myles Borne, 1% picked Leon Slater, nobody picked Dion Lennox.
And how many people picked the winner of the women's one?
0, with an overwhelming 45% for Jordynne Grace, 29% for Lola Vice, and 21% for Ruca, and even one person picked Kelani Jordynne.
So there might be a pattern tonight, huh?
Well, very well. There might be more than one first, apparently. Again, congratulations to Kendall Gray. That is still beyond incredible. Get the fuck off Evolve and get to NXT because the future is now with you, young soldier. My gosh. Personally, I hope she beats Jessie Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. I truly do.
That'll be the. I couldn't think of another female that had a rookie year like that.
And I remember Roxanne Perez had a great of a year like that, and she beat Mandy Rose on a circumstance. So, Stephanie Valkyrie, I mean, she didn't even get a year in NXT, and we saw how that ended. But she is the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion, although it sounds like they got nothing for her except Liv Morgan. That's a thing. And of course, Jade Cargill, irrelevant. And again, the SmackDown Women's Championship is absolutely irrelevant. It's because Chelsea Green is not holding it. And I guess TV Time's on vacation. But that being said, we get ready for the men's Iron Survivor. Like I said earlier, Myles Borne, Javon Evans have both challenged for the NXT Championship against Femi this calendar year. Joe Hendry, he, of course, has not yet challenged for the NXT Championship. And, of course, was forming the TNA World Championship, confronting the ruler after WrestleMania. Javon, Leon Slater, representing TNA Wrestling, X Division Champion. And, of course, he beat Moose for that title at Slammiversary, the biggest man literally in TNA Wrestling.
An unstoppable Moose at that time.
Yeah, but we also just saw the impossible ruler return back to his throne. So can you imagine Leon Slater doing the impossible again in NXT at the start of the calendar year? But at this point, the wild card, it's got to be Dion Lennox, where it doesn't feel like it's about Dark State. It's about his state, his way, because he demanded Femi to win the title, and he got it. He might command this match.
Yeah, but is he going to command his own wrongdoing? He wants to fight Dana, release that Dion Lennox version, but if he takes him lightly, hey, we might get a repeat of what Ricky Saints did when Oba took him lightly.
You almost wonder, though, with the fact this match has no disqualification, will we actually see outside interference? We saw how desperate Jordynne was in a sore losing effort to eliminate Ruca. And to Ruca's point, she was not involved in her entire 15 minutes. If she wasn't involved in that, would Ruca have been the winner? That was my original pick.
No, Ruca. I mean, what Kelani did, you might call it being sore loser, but at the same time, it is smart. You got to admit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Karma bit her in the ass, and she lost.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of winning and losing, the last time is now next week, Saturday, from our nation's capital. John Cena goes one-on-one with the Ranger Goofa for the first time ever in what's sure to be, in a way, I think, phenomenal. But you want to talk about phenomenal? Let's go ahead and change gears for a little. Let's talk about John Cena. What John Cena and AJ Styles did in 2016 through 2017, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, in-ring pure classic clinics.
This
Unmatched,
is a full,
in my opinion, in WWE history.
This is exactly a full year after AJ debuted too. Royal Rumble 2016 was his debut.
And again, Walter, it was a pure in-ring clinic.
Dude, every time they got together.
If there was a definition of John Cena, you can wrestle, it's when he beat the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And before this run this year, that was the last time he had the title, wasn't it?
That was indeed. The last time is now. John Cena's illustrious career comes to an end next week, Saturday night. Saturday night's main event, Washington, D.C. on the Peacock. Walter, me, and Big G will be on the call, and Gino and I might certainly talk about it during Predictions Post-Mortem this Wednesday. Stay tuned for more on that.
You pulling double duty Wednesday?
Yeah, you know me. I'm a glutton for punishment. I did it literally last week, but hey, at least I know I got something great waiting for me on the other side, and that's AEW. Speaking of AEW, I'm going to just go ahead and bring in our programming note. Again, folks, tomorrow we'll be covering Collision, bringing you continued coverage of the Continental Classic. Stay tuned for that. Walter and I will figure out time and declare it during Saturday shenanigans. So stay tuned for more on that. Who the fuck is that?
And do not fucking spoil it. No, this guy's his promos are getting good. And he's an IT guy.
Is this Baron Corbin's long-lost brother?
No, this is Hill. I swear he's one of the. I don't know why he's not. I'm just saying he looks like one. Like
he looks like a bum. He looks like he's trapped in his mom's basement and he hasn't showered in weeks.
Mm-hmm. He literally, in his wrestling debut, lost that tooth. He took out the tooth last week to show us.
That being said, shout out to Steve Dallas Cowboys. Oba needs to win this Saturday. I don't want Cody to beat Oma. And to that point, Walter, Oba Femi will now take on Cody Rhodes for the first time ever next week on Saturday's main event as well. So a huge opportunity for the ruler to take down the captain.
Dude, has Cody faced someone as big as shit? Oh, well, he faced the Undertaker a couple times.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Imagine Oba versus Brock. Holy shit.
Okay, that actually might make me care about WWE at least for a match. All right, I'll give you that.
Give me that at WrestleMania.
I mean, the jury is out, but again, stay tuned, folks. We'll be covering WrestleMania next year, of course, get some of the studios. So stay tuned for more on that. The most busy calendar week of the year for professional wrestling. And we also know Ruca, despite the fact she may want to get a hold of Wen Sinclair first, she will face Bayley next week, Saturday night, at Saturday night's main event.
Hey, you're the IT guy. What does this stuff mean?
You lost my new pet. Time for everyone to wake up. Is he speaking to an AI?
No, he's an IT guy. It's kind of cool, his kind of gimmick. I'm looking forward to him coming debuting. Oh, that said something about a match on NXT real quick. See, I knew it. It said it underneath.
So he's trying to be Solomon Crow, speaking to himself through a computer versus hacking the system. Okay, well, you and JJ have fun with that crazy shit. And after the events of tonight, We saw Jordynne Grace and Jordynne come to blows backstage. They will go one-on-one once again on NXT this coming Tuesday. We're not covering it. Again, you all can watch the NCW if you choose. Fuck that channel.
Hey, is the light flickering bother you, by the way? I don't want to trigger anything.
No, you're good. And apparently, the Glamour, like Morel, will have a Women's North American Championship Open Challenge. Looking to show why she's the most glamorous champion in NXT. Well, at least 30 matches will give me one match to watch that I care about.
I wonder who answers that.
I mean, you know, there is definitely that depth. Again, to bring up to speed, let's talk about the results. Oba Femi beat Ricky Saints and is once again the NXT champion. Kendall Gray won the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. 3 up on the entire field with the rest tied at 2. Mr. Iguana lost Ethan Page. Go figure. And Tam Paxlery, a poor, fragile soul, lost to Izzy Dame. And it all comes down to this in our main event. The Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Myles Borne, who will come in at 3. Leon Slater, Javon Evans, Dion Lennox, and Joe Hendry. And it's all about the numbers and who meets the deadline.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually really looking forward to that. Is that mine or yours you put up?
Mine. Because mine's bigger. I don't use photos. I literally just click the picture, bro.
Hey, Noah, that hurt me, man.
No, I'm just saying, dude. You and I have different tactics.
No, it was a joke that went over your head. Never mind.
Probably, you know, story.
Because you said yours is bigger.
Anyway, let's go ahead and remind people what the rules are here, Walter. Go ahead and read it off.
25-minute time limit with 5 superstars competing to become the number 1 contender. 2 superstars to start the match. Every 5 minutes, therefore, after a new superstar will enter until all competitors are in the ring. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. When a superstar scores a fall, they will earn 1 point. When a superstar loses a fall, the superstar is forced out of the ring and into the penalty box for 90 seconds before they can re-enter the match. The superstar who has scored the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes will be named the Iron Survivor and become the number 1 contender for the NXT Championship. Can we just call them wrestlers again? This fucking superstar shit.
This is WWE. They don't believe in wrestling. They believe in sports entertainment. But that being said, who will join the class of Trick Williams, Grayson Waller, for what that's fucking worth, and Oba Femi as the 4th ever Men's Iron Survivor? Our main event tonight at NXT Deadline is up next and starts right now. Very curious to see who drew number 1 and number 2 and who will go the entire 25.
Well, we know who's going to be number 3.
Well, I believe you're correct about that, to say the least. And of course, Kendall Gray was the very first person involved in this with Jordynne. And not only did she last the clock, she won the damn thing.
She truly was an Iron Survivor, if you think about it.
Not to mention, she was only involved, I believe, in 2 pinfall decisions overall. All right, who we got first?
Leon Slater. That's Slater's entrance, I think.
Dropping down from the galaxy far away, the youngest in charge and still X Division champion. Thank Christ there's some sanity in wrestling. Indeed it is the young OG from the UK, Leon Slater.
Hey, if anybody's got endurance to last the whole time, it's somebody who's only 21 years old.
You want to talk about your boy is bouncy? This boy might literally be bouncing off the scenes more than Javon Evans, of course, winning and defending the TNA X Division Championship against some of the previous greats, not only of TNA, but WWE, including Sid Alexander and Rich Swann.
I'm going to say that, AMC, TNA, if you listen to me, you better get this boy to defend that on your first new era match against AJ Styles. You better book that shit.
While you got a phenomenal booking idea, I don't think that AMC is business savvy enough to book professional wrestling on a channel about movies. But anyway, that's not here nor there. Again, fuck television. That being said, Leon Slater with a huge opportunity to make history going out of the NXT Championship while holding the TNA X Division Championship. Let's see who he starts off with.
I put it out there to get Evans versus Javon. It happened. I put it out there for Moose Oba. It happened. Now I'm putting it out there. I need AJ Evans. Oh, shit. The youngest two competitors started off. If anybody can go bell to bell and endure, it's these two, Noah.
Okay. I still say fuck this NXT, but this might alleviate a little bit of the blackness in my heart to this brand, to say the least. Because we got 5 minutes, to your point, of Javon Evans and Leon Slater to kick things off.
Oh, shoot.
Well, what a way to start things tonight at deadline for the men's Iron Survivor. Also 21 years of age, to your point, Walter. Javon Evans with 7 years involved in this game. While literally, mirror for mirror, Leon Slater has 6 years of experience. But Javon Evans has experience in this match, as he was in last year's Iron Survivor, and was less than 10 seconds away from winning that match if the clock didn't run out after Femi got 2 pins and he hit a springboard cutter on him.
At 21 years old, he's literally the only one that has experience in this match, if you look at the field. Oh my God. Noah, take a deep breath now, because it's going to be hard to keep up for 5 minutes.
The bell rings, we're underway, and the clock counts up starting now. 5 minutes, Leon Slater, Javon Evans, a Bound for Glory rematch revisits.
And Dion Lennox is probably next, so the Dark State can ruin this shit again.
You know, remember what you said? Myles Borne's number 3. He declared.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Again, this is about pure competition right now, and Javon Evans immediately going off the second round. Limit Oop. Again, Leon Slater, though, able to scout it. Oof. And right now, up and over, land on the apron. Oh,
fucking Gary. Starting to skip.
Yeah, it's really starting to skip bad. This they must have bad weather down there. But just have to.
Oh, it's doing it to you too. Oh, yeah. It was my TV.
No, Peacock just fucking sucks. And right now, so far, both these men looking for the big finish. Swan's on for 59, and again, stalemate in the early going.
I thought this whole time it was my internet doing that shit.
Nope, it was the service. Because again, fuck this service.
Now I'm at 1 minute and 3 seconds. I bet you I jumped ahead of you. What are you at?
I have no idea right now. Again, all I know right now, we got to figure out the fact of the matter is Leon Slater and Javon Evans are starting off the Iron Survivor Challenge, and time has to be of the essence for these two high intensity and velocity players.
Well, if anybody has the speed to get covers quickly, it's these two.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and the familiarity with these two. Of course, we recently saw these two go after the NXT Tag Team Championships against Dark State in a losing effort, literally at Gold Rush.
At the same time, they're putting each other's leg down. That's where I'm at.
And right now, of course, we'll see what happens here, where both these men are going to try and ground one another in their pursuit to get the first fall. We saw how important that first fall was in the Women's Iron Survivor for Kendall Gray, but she got just under the 5-minute mark. Hand, spring, back elbow strike by Leon Slater, Javon Evans. 2 minutes on the clock. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg and a 2 count.
Oh, we're perfectly in sync. Never mind. Okay. 2 minutes and 8 seconds now.
And of course,
going on.
To your point, you covered TNA last night. Congratulations to the Inspiration still holding the Knockouts Championship. Thank Christ. And great match by Laylee Lee and Zara Brooks. I did go back and watch that. Fuck everything else. And again, fuck this NXT and those outcomes.
God, dude, TNA. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it shortly during our Wrestling Week type of Saturday shenanigans. Okay, let's stay on topic here. But I guess we are on topic because Leon Slater did defend his X Division Championship less than 24 hours ago against Flop Dollar.
And Rich Swann finally has a fucking brain.
Took him long enough. And right now, the Irish Whip, Leon Slater, sent up and over. Javon scouting it, though. The young OG here, that's bouncy, endorsed by Randy Orton as the future. Nice thing about Tierra's there. Drop kick. Rocks Leon Slater, drops into his butt. Cover. Over the far lane by Preston at 2 counts.
Dude,
3 minutes so far in this match.
Dude, I think he got him right in the teeth, yo, with that drop kick.
Well, let's not forget, Javon Evans once had his grin broken and twisted by All Eagle Ethan Page. So Javon knows a thing or two about that.
Yeah, he hit Leon Slater right in the grill.
Knife edge chop. I believe that Leon Slater might need a stronger dental plan then after tonight. But at the end of the day, that pain will be worth every penny and dime insurance won't cover if Leon Slater is tonight's Iron Survivor. This is just knife edge chop again by Javon Evans. Javon Evans, like I said, who challenged Femi for the NXT Championship this year at Heatwave. And of course, Leon Slater beat Moose at Slammiversary to win the X Division Championship, becoming the youngest X Division champion in TNA history. Right now, off the ropes, whoop. And again, big knife edge shot by Javon Evans. And we also saw Myles Borne team with these two, Walter. Tuesday on NXT against Dark State, getting the win. A roll-up covered by Javon. Roll-up covered by Leon. Reversal. Both men looking for the quick flash pin here. Could happen every second, too. Woo.
And then he was endorsed by the inaugural X Division champ.
Off the second rope, scouting the springboard cutter. Deep roll-up by Leon Slater. Gets a 2 count as we are 40 seconds away from Myles Borne entering the fray. Matrix, kip-up escape by Javon Evans. Into the stunner on Leon Slater. And now Javon off the bottom rope. Oh, got caught when it kicked to the back of the head.
Damn, he was going to bounce from the bottom rope all the way up?
He was looking for Rush Hour, what Leon Rush used to do. And Slater, oh, Camarana, deep hook, single leg, and Javon is on the board.
Holy shit!
Now he's got 10 seconds to get ready for his next person. But yes, Walter, Javon Evans just pinned the X Division champion.
And now we get a fresh start with him and Borne.
And Leon Slater is stuck in the penalty box for 1 minute and 13 seconds.
This is,
Myles
oh
Borne,
my God.
who literally got broken out this year by Femi, challenging him for the title, of course, at NXT Great American Bash, I believe. And, of course, earned his spot. Let's keep in mind, Walter, Myles Borne is the one that earned his spot, beating last year's Irons by Trick Williams. Reverse DDT takedown, 2 count.
Damn sure did have to earn it.
Excuse me, Trick Williams, by the way, was 2023's Iron Survivor.
Yeah, last year was over.
Yeah, I know. Shots to the midsection there. Of course, Myles Borne beat Trick Williams at NXT Gold Rush. Oof.
So deadline is good to over.
I'll say, now Javon bouncing up the ropes, went for that flying kick. Myles Borne able to scout it here.
Olympic slam.
High angle slam cover, hook of the far leg, and a 2 count as Leon Slater will re-enter in 15 seconds. And we are up to just a little bit over 6 minutes.
Speed's about to pick up in 10 seconds.
And again, we don't know who's next, whether or not it is Leon Lennox or Joe Hendry. And time again will be of the essence in this match with the more bodies that are in. Myles Borne sent to the outside. Leon Slater back in. Javon might want to turn around as Leon. Get out of the fight! High cross body! Cover! 2! Oh!
I think it's going to be Lennox for the change of pace. You want all faces immediately?
Again, Dion Lennox, though, is in this match for himself and not for Dark State, so that's a dark horse.
Did you see how Myles landed on his knee just now?
Yeah, I'm about to say, we might have to watch that the rest of this match here. Right now, Javon Evans, and almost Myles Borne being an afterthought here right now, inadvertently by Leon Slater and Javon Evans. And Leon Slater holding on to the head, and Javon, Leon, oh my! Still
what the hell? They landed on their feet! Both!
And they're still fighting on the floor. We want to have my points!
Oh my God, this just makes me... Look, if you don't take my idea of the AJ, well, can we get the rematch on the debut of AMC between these two at least?
Yeah, you only can pray for that. Myles Borne beats Javon Evans after topic on Halo. Gets a 2 count. Man. Borne going right to the outside, bringing Leon Slater in. I don't know how smart this strategy is. Now bringing Leon Slater into the cover, hook of the far leg. Gets a 2 count.
Athletic. The word athletic isn't enough to describe these two.
I'm about to say, Myles Borne, though, showing how athletic he is and why you should not consider him an afterthought.
I think Slater was just too busy trying to get his pin back.
And right now,
it's friendly competition between the other two. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's truly about pure competition with Javon Evans and Leon Slater. But at the end of the day, for Myles Borne, it's got to be about the opportunity for this NXT original out of the nil program.
He just wants to prove him, not only himself to us, but to everybody in that locker room.
And about to say, the pressure's on Myles Borne right now, in my opinion, more than anyone else in this match, despite Dion Lennox's mission statement. And big right hand by Myles Borne rocks Javon. May have knocked out Javon there. Cover, deep hook of the far leg, and a 2 count. Myles Borne had his first match in 2022 on Level Up. Again, Leon Slater, of course, young OG from the UK, signed to the University by Scott Demore from the Turning Point. tour prior to the rebirth of TNA Wrestling. Covered now by Myles Borne on the X Division champion, gets a 2 count. Evans, the only one right now with a decision.
Oh my God! Don't make me go on a rant. You just said Scott D'Amore. The reason the knockout division isn't what it is now is because you let him fucking leave.
And not to mention, you let go of Gail Kim despite her thoughts about certain Joshis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, big right hand by Myles Borne, striking everything that moves here and bounces. And right now, again, we got literally less than a minute before 4th of 5 enters the fray. Jumping forearm by Javon and Leon Slater. And again, in a minute, Leon rocking Myles.
I'm gonna guess it's Lennox, so that Hendry gets the big ass entrance at the end and gets the crowd pop.
And Leon Slater caught by Borne and Evans. Lands on his feet though. As proverbially this is NXT versus TNA. Nice inverse of offense there by the X Division champion. Javon though hooking up Leon up and over. Brain Buster. And right now Javon just saw the clock. Big splash, going for a fall again on Leon Slater. Gets a 2 count in 15 seconds.
Admit it's smart. You saw the clock and tried to get somebody in the penalty box before it gets too crowded.
As this match is about to become a fatal 4-way in 5 seconds. And right now, Javon is Win Seek who arrives.
Turn the lights off.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Oh, boy. He said he would do it on his own, by the way. Let's keep that in mind. So we'll see how Dion Lennox really show what he can do as he's going in at solo. Whoa! The flying clothesline against Javon Evans. Big boot to Myles Borne and pop up to Leon Slater. Good God!
Well, he has to go solo because remember, disqualifications count. They would force him into the penalty box if they interfere.
That's a good point, by the way. Dion Lennox, by the way, folks. German suplex with a bridge on that far Myles Borne, too. Count only. 27 years of age. Also, originally out of the NIL program. Literally no prior wrestling experience to NXT. This is his 74th match in his career. His first match was against literally Brooks Jensen on NXT Level Up. And it was a 5-minute exhibition. And he lost.
And look where the two of them are at. Brooke is left to some stupid TNA invasion angle.
Oh!
And Lennox is in the main event of this PLE.
And so far, only one fall has been rendered. A very different story here versus the women's Iron Survivor. Right now, Javon Evans coming up with the right, coming up with the left. Isolating Dion Lennox in the corner right now. Just teeing off against this member of Dark State. And of course, Javon has asked for fun. Javon and Leon have had their hatred towards Dark State for sure.
What's the most falls that's been in this match? Was it 5 by Trick?
I believe it was literally 4 by Trick Williams as he pinned the entire field in the last 2 minutes. And both Leon and Javon giving Dark State a long overdue taste of retribution.
Well, this is history. I see what you did there, by the way.
Freaking infamous history again. Fuck this company. And right now, Leon Slater, Javon Evans trying to hoist up Dion Lennox for a double superplex. And Dion finding out of the corner.
Oof!
Big high kick. Rocking Dion, almost making him fall to the floor.
You have to do this spot in every fucking multi-man spot match.
It had to happen at least once, right? Doomsday Device!
Actually, that's not bad. It's better than the Tower of Doom spot. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Power slam by Dion Lennox. What? Dion Lennox on the board, pinning Javon Evans.
Bounce your ass to the penalty box.
They're going to look at this, by the way. Electric chair Doomsday Device as Myles Borne more so fell backwards versus Leon Slater being flipped up and over. Leon Slater nowhere in the equation. Dion Lennox pinning Javon Evans now ties Javon for 1 fall.
This guy Slater rolled out of the ring after he got hit with the Doomsday.
Whether it was inadvertent or not. And it feels like Dion Lennox is actually in complete control right now of this match.
It does.
And right now, Dion isolating Myles Borne and Leon Slater in respective corners. Javon Evans again. You see the camera in the penalty box, Walter. He remains there for the next 45 seconds.
We were already surprised once by the women's match, so we can get shocked again.
And snapmare here. It's not. Oh, wow. Flying like Larry by Leon Slater to Dion. Myles Borne hoisting up Leon. Backdrop suplex there, division champion. Covered now by Myles Borne to go up on the board. Gets a 2 count.
Myles showing frustration.
About to say.
19 seconds for Evans to get up.
Of course, we talked about again how Femi would challenge Cody Rhodes next week at Saturday night's main event. Last year, Femi winning in the main event. This year, winning in the opener. Last year, winning the opportunity. This year, winning the very title. 4 seconds till Javon Evans comes back into the fray as Leon Slater might look for that swanton 450, but Javon bounces the apron, sends Leon to the floor. Myles Borne back up to his feet, though. Javon springing in the ring. Massive flying clothesline. Follow up now. Diving Leon Slater on the opposite side. Tope Suicida. And now Leon Slater might be looking to bounce his way to the lead. Massive frog splash. Cover on board and kick out.
So I guess Triple H isn't as petty as we thought he was because he had a chance to do, Ricky Saints and Cody.
Hindsight's 2020. I mean, who's the most petty man in WWE? I'm about to say there's a different con that I don't believe in. But I do believe in the man that will be coming out here in less than 10 seconds. And Dion Lennox right now might be looking for something big out of the corner. Myles Borne now coming in as we are now welcoming in the 5th man. Say his name and he appears.
Ooh, the crowd.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
How many people you said went for Joe Hendry?
What?
How many people went for Joe Hendry?
Quite a motivational percentage here, as the most viral sensation of WWE this calendar year is in the Men's Iron Survivor. He was the top pick at 40%.
I knew it was in the 40s. Okay.
And Ron Ken, Javon Evans, caught by 250 pounds of primo evasion. Nice faraway slam by the former TNA World Champion, who's been in the ring with the Viper Randy Orton, graced the WrestleMania stage, competed in the Royal Rumble. And everyone right now is saying, we believe. Look at the strength. Everyone,
wait for it.
Wait for it, to your point. Wait for it. And that's motivation, damn it.
I don't know which one I like more, to wait for that camera shot when that happens or for the fuck you.
Yeah, I was say, either way, we will rock you. San Antonio believes in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, 37 years of age, officially signed to NXT, 12 years in the game, looking for a standing ovation. Dion Lennox from behind, and Lord knows the kids with Joe Hendry in dark states. How many times was Joe Hendry's name literally echoed when Dark State was in action or on the screen?
Yep, this whole crowd is rocking. You talking about we will rock you? Listen to him.
I'm about to say Joe Hendry will wake any popping this up. Dion Lennox up and over to the floor, by the way. Dion Lennox and Javon Evans, the only ones with a fall. And Javon and Leon and Dion sent to the outside. Joe Hendry now the only man inside. 16 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock.
No offense, Hendry, but that wasn't that smart.
And Joe Hendry throwing caution to the wind, wiping out the field on the outside.
If you think about it, you need falls and pins. Why would you throw everybody to the outside?
They're going to look, though, Walter, literally launching himself over that top rope onto everyone, except Myles Borne is inside the ring. Hooked up for a standing, and Myles Borne escapes, though. Pushed off the ropes, and, went for a zigzag.
He went for Borne again, I think.
Yeah, that's what he calls it. But either way, that was a zigzag or into the danger zone. Meanwhile, Joe Hendry. And the Death Fight driver, the cover to Joe Hendry's on the board.
Mm-hmm. Well, go give birth to the penalty box. Goodbye, motherfucker.
Borne inside the penalty box for 90 seconds. Joe Hendry, by the way, was TNA World Champion for 126 days after beating Nick Nemeth in January at Genesis. Yeah, hell of a move right there by Joe Hendry. Almost a modified power bomb.
Dude, I don't think Borne is right in the knee. Like, his referee was checking on him when he was walking to the penalty box.
Right now, though, we'll see what happens here as we got 4 men in play here, less than 7 minutes. Javon picking the ankle of Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, Javon Evans, and Dion Lennox all tied at 1. Javon Evans, though, roll up. Gets a 2 count on the most motivational man in the wrestling business. Swing and a miss. Yep. Javon right now, the waist slot. Joe Hendry up the ropes. O'Connor roll denied. Leon Slater catches Javon. Roll by Javon Evans. Leon launched, though, and Joe Hendry now inside cradle, and kick out.
So far, 3-way tie.
Ooh, And stereo super kicks by Javon Leon, swing and a miss. Super kick party by Javon and Leon. And both men right now swinging for the fences and knock each other out. Same game plan out of the same playbook here with the youngest men in this match. That might have literally caught Javon Evans, or excuse me, Leon Slater just right outside the left eye there.
I think he hit him right in the temple.
You hear Myles Borne, though, who literally is ready to unleash like a cage animal in 3 seconds, the entire field down. Borne back into play. And oh! The hell Dion just came from out of nowhere. Just kicked the door into Myles Borne. That's swinging a miss and Dion Lennox now. Planting! Leon Slater with a spine buzz. Oh, kind of flying knee by Javon Evans. Now Joe Hendry and Javon in the ring. Javon bounce up the ropes. Corkscrew kick rocks Joe Hendry. Javon Evans looking to fly, but you got literally 5 minutes and 30 seconds, Javon, to take the lead. Again, Slater and Borne do not have a fall yet. Javon now up to the high wrist.
Coast to coast.
I believe you're right. Almost lost his footing. Scouting Joe Hendry. Oh!
Oh, shit! Dude, he coast to coast with a swanton.
And Leon Slater met him from the opposite direction. Cardinal-wise. Now Leon right now with a chance.
Swanton 450, I think, because he's in
left.
position.
You got to do it now. Again, finding his footing. Joe Hendry in the drop zone. Swanton 450 connects the cover. Slater on the board.
Slater on the board. The same story is starting to get told.
Everyone has a fall except Myles Borne. And Joe Hendry now in the penalty box for 90 seconds. To your point, a swanton coast to coast from the west, while Leon Slater came from the north from a regular coast to coast, and then that ridiculous swanton 450 hitting Joe Hendry. 4 superstars tied a fall, and we have less than 5 minutes left in this year's Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Myles Borne, though.
Born again. And Borne denied by Dion Lennox.
And of course, saving this right now for everybody, where again, right now we have a 4-way tie. Back elbow strike. And again, Myles Borne lead train with Jelly Roll, of course, prior to SummerSlam.
Born again.
To Dion Lennox and Myles Borne with the cover. 5-way tie.
Woo!
And now think about this. Dion Lennox is in the penalty box for 90 seconds. Very similar to what happened to Trick Williams in 2023.
Look at it. Time left.
And right now, literally attacking Joe Hendry, who would be released, by the way, here in 14 seconds.
Yeah, but he ain't going to be able to get released.
About to say, now Dion Lennox has his way right now, literally using Joe Hendry inside the penalty box as a weapon for anger management.
And you can't be disqualified while you're in the penalty box.
Well, either way, Joe Hendry is free if he can actually get back up to his feet. Meanwhile, we got 3 men inside the ring. Myles Borne, Leon Slater, and Javon Evans. Joe Hendry can't get up to his feet, Walter. We got 3 minutes left here, and we got a 5-way tie. Each person have 1 fall.
Lennox took a damn anger out of Hendry.
And Joe Hendry taking out his rage against Dion Lennox, but he's wasting valuable time. A different type of motivation there, clearly. Javon Evans catching Joe Hendry with a thrust kick, and Myles Borne. Watch out! That was like Randy Orton after his power slam. Borne coming right back in, Leon Slater. Cover! Javon Evans, though, and Joe Hendry now doing 2-man. Watch out! Turn it down with hilarious.
Damn this action! Woo!
Fast and furious and time of the essence with literally 2 minutes and 20 seconds left.
And 5 seconds for Lennox to be released.
And everyone has only 1 fall. It is anyone's game to win.
I want to know what happens with a 5-way tie. Can we do it?
And now Dion Lennox has his way because clearly he doesn't believe. Driving Joe Hendry outside the ring. Javon, though, dominant against Dion Lennox. And Dion, Dion just drove the official and Javon into the penalty box.
Yeah, but there's no roof, dummy. This guy's bouncy.
Right now, it's unlikely, though, that we're going to see Javon for the short term unless he realizes that. Dion on Slater, Myles Borne, and Leon Slater. Scoop slam, hook the near leg, and Joe Hendry breaks up that fall.
The referee cannot unlock the penalty box now because he's in there with him.
Joe Hendry, though, Dion Lennox, standing ovation, but Dion rolled outside the ring.
Didn't I tell you this was going to happen in this match?
Shares what happened last year. Javon Evans on the top of the penalty box. looking to fly. Suck it! What bounty on the outside?
Oh, that's risky. He landed right on his arm. Ah.
About to say. And Leon Slater, oh my God! Flying
Oh.
over the corner.
Yo, a TNA star might steal this!
About to say, leg lariat. And Leon Slater right now, looking to be the youngest in charge for the last minute. Cut it off by Javon Evans. 1 minute left. Springing out of the corner.
Come on, Evans!
And Javon with the cover to the way. Myles Borne breaks it up.
Ah, Borne, why? Mind your business!
We got literally 45 seconds left. It's a 5-way tie right now. It is literally a sprint. It is going to come down to the last 3 seconds at this point. Myles Borne get the better of Javon. Javon, though, kicking Myles Borne from the floor. Again, the referee locked inside the penalty box. Myles Borne,
Avalanche Borne again!
Is it in? Coming Javon Evans, the cover. Put the front leg. And Dion pulls Myles Borne off.
Come on, let it be
20
a tie.
seconds. Got 20 seconds. Leon Slater up to the top rope. Swan top for 50 on Javon. Joe Hendry, though. And a powerbomb. Whoa! Movement from the outside.
Bro, I think they're going to let it tie. It's going to tie. It's going to
Javon Evans going to cradle.
Yes!
Javon wins!
My boy, OG! Yo, and he did it with 3 seconds left. The women did it with 2 seconds left.
Javon Evans has bounced his way to the NXT Championship. Final score, Evans 2, Slater 1, Hendry 1, Lennox 1, Borne 1. Javon Evans is this year's Men's Iron Survivor.
I know I picked Borne, but I was going for Evans the whole time. Like, I wanted Evans so bad. I'm so glad they did this.
What a moment. What a clutch win by the most bouncy man in the entire NXT men's division. Javon Evans wins.
Noah, I hate the rain on his parade, but he has gone one-on-one with Oba before, and we know what that results in.
Who went one-on-one with Oba Femi before and beat him, though? We know the impossible can be beaten. Massive respect, though, for Javon Evans by Myles Borne, Joe Hendry, and freaking Leon Slater. Dion Lennox wanting none of it, though.
Evans showed the whole everybody respect, but he wouldn't do it. He told him to suck it. Look at some of the highlights here, Noah.
And Javon Evans going to new heights tonight off the penalty box, diving into Dion on the outside. And again, literally a 2-minute sprint. That top rope springboard cutter, I thought Javon had it there, pinning Leon Slater, and Borne broke up the decision. And after this Borne again out of the corner, I thought my pick was going to win, but at the last possible second, Dion Lennox pulled Myles Borne off the decision. After it was thrown off the table, and Joe Hendry and Leon Slater fell to the outside, and Vic Joseph caught freaking Dion. Myles Borne got caught inside cradle, and Javon Evans, as the buzzer sounds, meets the deadline. And now it's official. At New Year's Eve on January 6th, it's Oba Femi versus Javon Evans 2 for the NXT Championship.
Yo, I would freaking do a backflip if he beats Oba. Oh my God. If you to become the youngest champion in the history of NXT, not only the youngest champion period, but the youngest NXT world champion, while his boy is the youngest X Division champ, that's crazy.
Walter, reality just struck.
Uh-huh.
Now back upon his throne, the ruler once again revisits an old soul.
You forget when you win a game, you get a prize, but that's one hell of a prize you might not want there, Javon.
While Javon Evans may have met his deadline, Oba Femi might make sure Javon once again flatlines in the new year. What?
Dark
Hold
State.
On. What happened? I can't see anything.
Oh, the bridge guy!
Huh? Who's it?
That looks like Tony D. I blurred out.
What? Okay, well, anyway, whatever that meant. Anyway, as I was saying, why Oba wait. Whoa!
It is Tony D!
But that's Tony D'Angelo! What the hell? Look at his face. Look at his style.
This is
I guess we know what that
Tony
mystery
D'Angelo.
package was. What the hell does this mean? As we look towards our future, Femi is looking at the ghost of his past. Remember, Tony D was Femi's undoing, his first defeat in NXT. Will the past haunt Femi in the present, as the future will be defined once again at New Year's Evil? Again, who will flatline as we officially have reached our deadline? But in the meantime, thank you for tuning into our coverage. We will see you at 11 p.m. Standard Time for shenanigans. For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. This has been NXT Deadline as we pull the plug on this. So unless we see you tonight, until next time, whether or not it's here or AEW or somewhere else, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. Tony D is back, apparently. I have no idea what's on that man's mind. Walter, cut the damn feed. The hell?